This is the Seth and Colby Show.
What's up, my beautiful babies? How you doing out there? Welcome to the Seth and Colby Show. Episode number 28 for June 19th, 2025.
Hey, it's Juneteenth.
It's Juneteenth, man. Did you know that was a holiday?
Yeah.
I did not know until yesterday. No, what are you laughing? I think we have to be very careful with Juneteenth.
Well, yeah.
As a white man, I honestly just feel uncomfortable discussing it.
Mari just asked me before I came down here to start the show. She was like, "Did we get mail today?" And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know. I didn't see them. They didn't come." And
No mail.
That would be why. Yeah.
Yep. No mail because it's Juneteenth. Like I know.
Literally watched the news this morning telling me that, and I forgot about it already.
Like I'm the least racist person of all time.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm pretty comfortable saying I literally have no racing or racist. I have no racism in my body, mostly because I don't care about people enough to be racist.
I hate all people equally.
Yeah, but see, I don't hate. I'm apathetic. Like, I'm not apathetic to the plight of different races. Okay, I understand a lot of races, namely everyone but mine, has a lot harder time existing than my race.
I'm racist towards all races.
I think if I'm pretty racist towards rich white people, just in general.
White people, just in general. You can end it there.
Nah, I think some whites I'm not racist against, but I think that also makes it not racist. I think if you're racist, you have to be racist against all of them. Like if I'm gonna be racist against whites, I have to pick all whites.
Yeah, I think if anything, you're classist.
That's what I am. Mm-hmm. That is what I am. I'm desperately trying to become the thing I hate. A rich white man.
Everybody would be better off
if I was a rich white man.
If they were a rich white man.
Oh well, that is true for sure.
In the current society that we have, yeah, everybody would.
Maybe
be better.
That should be our movie. Everybody becomes a rich white man.
But then no one's a rich white man.
Exactly.
If everyone is.
And the economy crashes.
What is this chain you got going on here?
You like my gold chain, bro? You like my gold chain?
I can't tell. It looks like chain link. Why are you wearing chain link?
There's a technical name for this. I can't remember what it is, but yeah,
it's overlapped with silver. It's silver and gold.
It's gold and correct. It's silver and gold, just like what do you call it? The Christmas song, silver and gold. Silver and gold. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
But anyway, happy Juneteenth. The people, this is the day that slavery was abolished.
Correct. It was when they went to Galveston, Texas, and told the last of the slaves that they were freed.
Why Galveston?
That was the last place the Union got to.
I guess that kind of tracks. It is down there.
I heard that on the news.
All right, man. Well, you do listen to the news.
I remembered that.
They were already free? Then what's the...
Correct.
Then what's...
They were already free, technically, by the government standards, but they didn't know it.
So there were some people down... Well, I guess I can't say free labor because it's free.
Oh, yeah.
labor.
The Emancipation Proclamation happened 2.5 years before.
So there's people down in Galveston, Texas, using slaves illegally.
Oh, yeah.
And the Union showed up and is like, hey, you can't do this.
Yeah.
Like, for a couple years now.
Yeah.
And then they're like, in 100 years, we're going to make a holiday.
Between the Emancipation Proclamation and those 2.5 years, I don't know if you know this or not, but we had a civil war.
Oh, really? The Emancipation Proclamation was before the Civil War?
Yep.
Oh, I thought it was like in the middle of it. I thought Lincoln was all like, oh, man, people mad. We should probably...
This faces me not knowing if I'm correct or not.
Okay.
But I'm going to wager a
Why
guess
are you, like, see what I'm doing?
right.
I'm approaching it at I don't know what's happening. Because I don't.
I just admitted I don't know.
But you're presenting it as fact.
Well, I'm presenting it as you're dumb for not knowing that, even though it might or might not be...
Now you're going to Google it.
Accurate.
Now you're going to Google it.
I need to know.
I just wanted to, like, do we say Happy Juneteenth? What do we say?
I don't think we say anything.
Mary, what do you mean? I should be allowed to celebrate this holiday. I'm glad we don't have slaves. Are you on record saying the same thing or not?
I am that, but I am wrong about the Civil War.
Okay.
Because it lasted from 1861 to 1865.
Okay.
So that was longer than the...
And when's the Emancipation Proclamation?
Let's see. Emancipation Proclamation, 63. So halfway.
So I was right.
Yeah.
So you called me a dum-dum and a stupid idiot and a whore, and I ended up being correct.
All of those things are accurate, but you were right.
I was right about this one. Yeah. Okay. Don't listen to Colby.
Don't ever listen to me. I don't know what
listen
I'm talking about except for garage
to
insulation.
this show. Oh my God, we can't get into it in the first 5 minutes, man.
I know.
It's our only topic.
And even then, what I just said is also inaccurate because I did not know and still don't know the full depth of what you actually should do.
Well, we're gonna get into your garage. All right, keep it in your pants.
I can't. This has been my sole focus for the last week.
We had World War III possibly begin to happen in the last 7 weeks, so we're not going to talk about that. Everyone knows about that. Okay, and I downloaded the new Mac operating system, and I can talk about that because Apple banned our show from YouTube for even showing that YouTube video.
That's wild.
And I told everybody in my life that I was done with Apple, and I'm mad because I had to turn a 7-minute segment of our show into AI slop in order to get it past the YouTube censors. And then I went and downloaded the new UI anyway, and it's pretty sick. So we'll talk about that. And your garage insulation, okay? Because that's the only thing you've been doing.
Yep.
But before we do that, you got to read an ad. I don't know why I always hand you an ad. It's in your pile. You have an ad. I print it for both.
If you hand it to me, then you force me to do it. You know what I mean? If I have to grab it, then I might not grab it, and then you're like,
but you will.
Oh no.
Also, I have a copy. I could just still hand it to you as a backup plan. See, like right now, you're refusing to read it, so I'll just go. There you go. Go ahead and read that for me. Oh, you son of a...
Can't control me, son.
You don't get any beer if you don't read this ad.
This is what you call
unconventional. Okay? And you want today's beer. You'll want it.
Yeah, I saw it. It was Busch Light.
Nope. Yes, but no.
So next week, I'm driving 20 hours with Mari to Tennessee for Big D's wedding. Nothing says eternal love like inviting your friends halfway across the country in a car that smells like cheap wood and Ryobi juice.
What?
Why you gotta knock my car like that?
What do you mean, dude? Does it smell like cheap wood and Ryobi juice?
I would say it smelled like tacos because I got tacos Tuesday, and that
but
scent
next
is lasting.
Friday, when you leave...
It might still be there.
Okay.
It's fine, though. I'm looking forward to it. We're making a stop to camp overnight, which means I've ordered an entire outdoor survival kit from SethAndColby.com/Amazon. No, I haven't. I should, though. We're talking about a vibrating blow-up mattress, sleeping pills meant for horses, mosquito netting, and a collapsible shovel for burying what I assume will be my dignity.
Yeah.
I've shit in the woods before.
That's okay.
I also picked up a screaming whistle bear deterrent.
Screaming whistle, bear deterrent. It's a whistle that scares bears because it's loud.
Because I live in fear of both wildlife, and we all know what Dwight said about women and bears.
What did they say, man? I don't know what you're talking about.
I honestly forget what he says.
Their appearance attract bears.
Well, yeah, but like, what's the actual wording?
Isn't that what he says? Mm-hmm. I thought that was... Well, that's what I wrote it based on, so if that's what...
Well, yeah, I mean, it means the same, but he said it different.
They can smell the menstruation?
That's it.
That's what they say, yeah. That's it, yeah. Platino would know that. He can quote...
That's not even Dwight.
No, you know what?
They can smell the menstruation is Steve Carell in
That's
Anchorman.
Anchorman. I'm completely wrong.
They can smell the menstruation. Yeah,
but Dwight does talk about it.
I think he does.
So in a newspaper...
That might be like a recall.
That's like double confirmation. Yep. So it is true.
Once we roll into Seaverville and check into the hotel the night before the wedding, listen, that night, well, you know, Colby's ready to slay if the lady is ready to play. Oh my fucking Christ. I don't need anything extra because I'm packing a loaded weapon, but if you need some accessories for your adventures, you can buy them through SethAndColby.com/Amazon. You know what I'm talking about. I have a Pelican case labeled horsepower that I'm leaving at home because it's too big to pack and I didn't want any questions from onlookers, but I got it through the link. The wedding itself, I'll be there dressed to the nines in attire ordered from SethAndColby.com/Amazon.
That part's true.
I mean, I ordered it from Amazon.
Yeah, well, you, like our audience, forgot to use the link. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's thought that counts, I guess. That
may or may not be made of sweat-wicking performance fabric, because Big D deserves it, and because I'll be sweating. Why?
It's hot. It's going to be like 100 degrees.
Gross. But it's not over. Oh, no. On the way back, we're stopping at a haunted cave. Why? Because Mari is fearless. I'm in love and also easily bullied. So, yes, I've also bought an EMF detector, a spirit box, and a novelty crucifix made of glow sticks just in case we meet a ghost or a demon or a ghost demon or a ghost rave demon.
You like? I didn't add the rave part. You ad-libbed
Yeah,
that.
because of glow sticks.
These are all things in Phasmophobia, just so you know.
Every single one of my weird, unhinged, beautiful choices fueled by SethandColby.com/Amazon. So whether you're camping, ghost hunting, wedding crashing, or just getting spicy in a hotel room with a Bluetooth speaker and no inhibitions, just use our damn link. It supports the show and may just save you from demonic possession.
Thank you.
Do you stop when you hit a page?
No, that one's too long.
So
I
you
actually
shrink the type.
No, I didn't shrink it. It fit on one page, which is if it's longer than a page, I've gone too far.
Mm-hmm.
But that one is literally if I type to the end of that line, it goes to another page. I don't usually like them to be that long, but I had a lot to cover.
Clap, clap, clap.
Like
clap,
I wanted,
clap, clap.
I know for sure I want to talk about bears because I had that period line, and I love the Pelican case labeled horsepower, so I needed to squeeze that in somewhere. So I had to then include the hotel room.
Oh yeah.
You know, and I also had if Colby's ready to slay, if the girl's ready to play, which I thought was a good line.
Ladies ready to
Oh,
play.
my bad. Ladies ready to play. My bad. I didn't mean to be unclassy.
Yeah, you're ruining your own alliteration, man.
Dude, I can't remember what I wrote 10 minutes ago.
Ready to play.
3 hours ago.
Lady,
About 3.5
slay.
hours ago, you know. All right. Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. Scared's Platano Grimy. Thank you for ordering your camera lens using the Amazon link. That is probably a big purchase, and we appreciate it. Tell me about your glass, man. I wish I could get more into photography, but it's just an expensive hobby, and also you have to leave the
and you
house.
need like people to do it too.
Yeah, and I don't want to be one of those guys on Craigslist, you know? So there's ways to hire people, you know, and I've done them before, but they're expensive, and I don't want to do it, you know, outside of Craigslist, I mean, because that is not expensive. Craigslist is free. You give someone $20 in Craigslist, they'll come running,
Oh yeah.
but I don't usually want those people.
You don't want those people?
No, not necessarily.
What do you
But
mean?
anyway, what am I talking about?
You got a willing participant at any point in time.
Who?
Matthew.
You know, I want to sell clothing or take good photos. You know, it's like. All right, today's beer. Hey, side piece. A little angel brought me this beer.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why is it in a Dollar Tree bag?
Because this is contraband.
It's contraband.
It is a miracle that we were able to
Procure this.
procure this particular booze.
Why is that?
We are drinking the brand new Busch Light Lime. This
Oh, shit.
is theoretically even harder to get than the Busch Light Apple, which we were unable to get
Yeah.
because it sold out immediately. But thanks to a long-haired debonair angel, we have procured it.
Long-haired debonair. What?
Angel. He knows who he is.
Is it poisoned?
I hope
I
so.
kind of want to. I want to know where you
hope it is.
source this from.
Don't worry about it, man. It's from a Dollar Tree.
It's from a Dollar Tree.
What could go wrong?
Dollar Tree started selling beer now.
There you go, man.
You know, I've been doing this whole sniff the thing before you drink it. This one doesn't smell as bad as
Smells
others
like
have.
lime, honestly. You know what? This tastes like lime water.
Yep.
A little bit. It's lime, a little limed
It's a
water.
little heavy on the lime and a little light on the beer.
How much percentage is this? This is a beach beer. This is like one where you're supposed to drink
For
40
sure.
of them at the beach and then throw up profusely later. I can't even tell. Pure, 12 fluid ounces. Average analysis, calories.
4.1.
130. It has the nutrition facts on here.
4.1.
All right, well, it's better than Miller Lite, right? Right?
I think Miller's 4.2. We could always look.
This doesn't say.
They all have to say, you behemoth.
Let me find it, man. Don't call me a behemoth.
4.2.
I mean, you honestly, I should have known that you would know.
Yeah, I know
It's
what
like,
Miller Lite
You
is.
know, you know.
I've seen enough of them cans to build me a fucking new garage.
That's true. You could have insulated your garage with Miller Lite boxes. Man, you're just dying to talk about the garage.
Oh, I hate my life.
Just go ahead. Let's get into it.
I've made poor decisions.
So last week on the show, you actually brought this up. You talked about how you wanted to redo your garage because it was too hot or it was too cold. I don't really remember. I wasn't listening because we all tune out. All of us tune out when you start talking about this.
That's so rude. I'm half the show.
I know, but no one cares about this, man.
I care about it.
You tune out when I talk about F1.
I listen. I know what curves are. Corners. Pit crew. There's one in Miami.
There is. Yep.
Rich people like it.
It's facts.
Wets and dries.
Hey, I don't want to. That's a good one. Very good. I don't want to. I don't want to derail your garage
As
talk.
much as I have shit on you for just fully bandwagoning F1.
I don't know how I'm bandwagoning
Just
it.
bandwagoning something that's popular. You just did it.
It's not that
You
popular.
needed a new thing to
Most
be into.
people
You
don't
found
watch
it, you're
F1.
Like, oh, it's so cool.
Most people don't watch F1. It's not very popular here.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, as much as I do like to shit talk you on it,
Yeah.
I have tried to entertain.
Just ignore that. Don't worry about it. What? What?
Do you hear that?
Sounds like there's about 15 people on motorcycles outside just screaming and hollering. I think the mic did pick that up a little bit. It's fine. If Mari's not down here worried, I'm not worried.
Anyways.
Uh-huh.
I tried. I don't even know where I was. I've tried to get into it to where I understand it, to where I don't just completely blatantly
Don't
be like,
do it.
"Oh, you're interested in this?"
Look.
I don't give a single fuck. Like I've noticed I do that in the past,
You're telling the
and
story
I don't love that.
just to hurt me, aren't you? Because you're going to end up with not caring. Like
What?
you tried and I didn't care. That's how this is going to end up.
Me talking about my garage?
No, F1.
What do you mean?
You said that you tried to get
I'm
into it.
trying.
Yeah, but you don't. You're not going to get it. Also,
What's the word? Can't
you
think
need
of the word.
interests
No.
besides woodworking?
No,
You need a hobby? You want to...
I can't think of the word. Placate.
Oh, you mean like you patronize me? Like you listen and you're like, oh,
I
that's
try.
cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll just be like, I don't give a fuck. Stop talking.
Well, yeah, that's fair. I think we're good enough friends that can be a thing. Like I just told you to your face that the last week of your life
Means
no one
nothing.
cares about. Like I just told you that to your face. So, But also, I will tell you this: if you want to bandwagon a sport like I'm doing, apparently, just get back into football.
I'm not gonna do that.
Because if F1 is the greatest sport. It's so good.
No,
it's
not.
better than the NFL.
It's actually one of the worst.
It's fantastic, but
so boring.
It ruins your life.
It's the worst.
Because
thing
like
ever.
this weekend, not this weekend, next weekend I have to wake up at 7 a.m. on a Saturday and then again on a Sunday to watch a goddamn race. Don't get into it because you don't want that.
Shouldn't like that.
Now people who are in Europe, they're already into it, but they get a little better because that's not early for them. But for me, it's early and I hate it very much. Okay.
I don't understand. Okay, wait. It's the best sport.
Oh, for sure.
What was the statement? It's the best sport.
It is the best sport for sure. Yeah.
And by that you mean what? The skill level?
The drama, the skill, the athleticism.
It's definitely not the best one to watch.
If you know what you're watching, it is.
No.
Yes.
Not the best one
I
to
think
watch.
so.
No.
I think so.
I will give you that if you know what you're looking for, it is more entertaining to watch.
There's some bad races, but there's bad games in every sport. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like every football game's a banger, you know?
That's fair. But I would wager a guess that when someone gets in the lead by more than like 5 seconds,
But it's not about just winning. There's more. It's a race. You know how like in Mario Kart,
I think that's the point,
You
is
can
that
get
you
you play 12
win.
races and you can lose one race, but if you get hit by a blue shell, that guy in the front, you can pass him and you can get points and make a gain on him. And at the end of the season, it's all about that points and not one individual race.
That's dumb.
It's literally why it's so good. You know. And you could root for teams in the middle to
It's
get
just
better.
way
You
too
can
much
watch
time.
improvements.
There is
you know?
no such thing as an underdog.
100% there
No,
is.
there
100% there's things as an underdog.
No.
100%. See, side piece knows. Side piece knows. The people who know, they know that I'm right. And it's okay. Because again, I think my life is better being an F1 fan than it was not being, but my days and my life is worse. Like my living existence is worse. My sleep schedule is destroyed. My friends don't want to talk to me anymore because it's all I talk about. And if you're going to jump onto a sport that me and you can relate and talk about occasionally,
I'm not jumping on it.
Then get into the NFL because it's only 20 weeks out of the year.
I know,
it's at a reasonable hour.
All of the teams. What more do I need to know?
Now, if you want to give up pussy, like just say goodbye to your woman or any type of life and just become Andrew Tate, woodwork, sports, nothing else, it is pretty good to get into F1 followed immediately by Sunday football.
No, that all sounds terrible.
Like coming up in August, I'm gonna have football in the morning. On Saturday, all day college football, followed by Grand Prix in the morning, leading into some chicken wings or something, scarfing down some food, and then football at noon.
Yeah,
all day.
Terrible.
And then again on Monday, and then again on Tuesday. You take a break on Wednesday, you know.
Just like that whole description of a full 2 days off of work, you literally do nothing in that amount of time.
I watch sports, yeah. Pretty much, yeah.
It's just not.
What are you? You're building your garage.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're actually working.
Doing something is nice, you know.
I am doing something. I'm ingesting carbohydrates and watching grown men tackle each other.
Okay, all right, man.
Get to your garage.
No.
What do you mean, nah?
No, you don't get to hear about it.
Well, I'll tell everybody. I know what's happening.
You don't know what's happening.
I know what's happening.
I haven't told you what's happening.
You want to insulate your garage.
Sure.
Now, is it a garage? Do you call it a garage?
It's a garage that has a garage door.
Yeah, but you don't use it to park vehicles,
No,
right?
but you could.
Yeah, but you don't. I mean, you can park your vehicle. You can park your motorcycle in your living room.
But
It doesn't make your house
it's
a
a detached
garage.
garage. That's what it is.
It's not a man shed.
No.
Not a man cave.
No.
It's not your dojo.
Well, out of anything, no, it technically is a garage because it houses my motorcycle.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you have a garage.
But it also doubles as a woodworking.
That's your studio, your
Thing.
woodworking studio,
Yeah.
your shop. That's what you should call it. That's what men call it, your shop.
Yep.
Yeah. So Colby's shop is uninsulated.
It was not.
It is now,
It
or
was just framing.
what about now? No sheetrock, nothing. Just bare wood with an outside wall. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And now,
I don't know. I thought you knew. You were going to tell
I
me.
can just make it up.
Yeah, go for it.
Now it's burned down. It's ashes. Colby was out there for
It
weeks.
will be if I don't refix what I haven't fixed yet.
So you told me on the show last Thursday, a week ago, that you were thinking about this.
Yeah.
I think you may have purchased the insulation as of last Thursday.
I don't remember.
I can't remember either.
Yeah.
But I do know that when I saw you again Monday, just 72 hours later, okay, you had completely insulated your garage. You have bought the insulation and you have put it into your garage. And then you ran into problems.
Oh, yeah.
Because you said you watched YouTube, and basically YouTube told you that you did it wrong.
Well, there's codes. Codes change when you insulate or change a space to being unfinished to partially finished.
Like codes? Whose codes? Like, what do you mean
Like
codes?
the city's codes as to avoid houses just randomly catching a blaze.
So you're in violation of some city ordinance?
Absolutely.
Why is that? Okay, I know that it matters, like,
Well,
okay,
it would matter if anyone reported it, and then so the city came down and made time to actually investigate it. Then that could be a problem, or it will definitely be a problem when I go to sell this place.
That is probably true. Okay, so that's problem one, I assume. I thought you were going to talk about the labor, not the legality of everything.
No, the labor is like it's not hard. It's just cut, put, and repeat.
But you're doing sheetrock as well.
Yeah, because I wasn't gonna.
Oh, so this is why the codes,
Yeah.
you have to sheetrock it or you're out of code violation. Is this
So-
stuff flammable or something?
Yeah,
How does sheetrock make it not flammable?
because sheetrock is made out of rock,
Is it sheets of this rock?
Yeah.
Is that how you would describe it? Okay.
and so
Is it wet or is it dry? This wall that you're putting up. Is it a dry wall?
Yeah,
So it's a sheet of rock and a dry wall.
it's dry. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So the rock prevents
2 wars.
2 wars, and America's involved in both of these wars. All right, here we go.
Wait. Did you see Side Piece said this? You see what he said? He said that if an electrician comes in to fix something, they have to report it.
Yeah.
That's messed up, dude. That's some narc level shit. I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
That's none of their business. We live in a police state, don't we?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's really concerning.
All
It
right.
has definitely raised my anxiety levels up over the course of the week of being like, I am in way more in than I thought I was
Do you
going
have
to
to
be.
have like a permit to do this?
I don't really know.
Okay.
From what I read, no.
Okay.
If I was to construct like a new external
Like if you
walls,
were building a
yes,
garage or an
then
addition to your garage.
I would need.
But modifications
Should
to the
get a permit.
structure that already exists.
Correct.
You can do whatever you want.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm not doing any of that. I am insulating the garage. And so in my head, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go buy the insulation. I'm gonna stick it in between the fucking studs,
Okay.
and that's it.
Yeah, because
I'll
it
just
comes
leave
in
there.
like it's like got brown sheet on both sides, and then in the middle is like pink cotton candy.
Oh, only on one side, and the brown sheet is the thing that's flammable.
It's not the cotton candy.
No. Well, not as well. The craft paper that is the vapor barrier is the thing that's flammable.
A vapor barrier, but it's only on one side.
Because the fiberglass sheeting or the stuffing can get wet, accumulate moisture, and it's really tight in there to where it can't evaporate, to where then it will form mold.
Oh.
And that is what you don't want. That's why you need vapor barriers to prevent it from getting too wet.
Okay.
And so here's my thing. I bought all this fucking insulation.
Home Depot?
Yep. Which the wall insulation is R13. That is its value of retaining heat.
Okay.
The higher the number, the better at retaining
We
it.
did.
It is.
You did
Yeah.
buy it last week because we talked about
Okay.
the values.
Yeah. So R13 was like not overly expensive.
Okay.
Probably like $200 for all the insulation that I needed.
That seems cheap,
for,
actually.
for the walls.
That's like 2 batteries.
But you need R30 for ceilings, according to code.
Okay. How did you look this code up? Is this just online?
This is all ChatGPT, so this could be absolutely wrong.
Did you hit the deep research button at least?
No, I did not. No.
Okay. All right. Continue. It's fine. If this goes to court, I'll tear this episode down. Don't worry about it. It'll never be found. I mean, I'll let for the case settle, and then I will put it back up. But
Yeah.
I will absolutely hide this evidence. Put me in jail. Free rent, free sex, free food.
I forget.
Could you imagine if that's why I went to jail for? It's like because I protected you, and they're like, "How did he protect you?" And you're like,
You
"Well,
erased evidence?
He deleted a podcast where I,
mean, I
admitted
think
that
that's
I
within your right.
dodged building code."
I feel like it's in
All I'm learning from this situation is that we don't really have rights. We don't have freedom. We have rights, but like we can't just you own this garage.
Yeah.
You can't just do whatever you want to.
Well, right, because it endangers all the houses around it.
That's their problem.
No.
My freedom. When I go and I eat 15 Taco Bell burritos, I'm endangering my downstairs neighbors. That's not against code.
No, that's
okay?
not. I don't think they've made a law about that yet, but they have had enough people trying to DIY their own electricity to where they've caused enough fires to where they made it a law.
Electricity is pretty dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all right. So here's the deal. The R30 insulation, which I had to buy for the ceiling,
Right.
was way more expensive. It was about $550 for
So your
everything I
ceiling, which I'm guessing you need less insulation for.
did. No, I need more insulation because heat rises.
Okay. All right, now you're doing math and science and stuff.
I don't know. This is what I was told.
By ChatGPT.
Yep. So I got
Okay.
all that. I hung all of it, and then as soon as I was basically done hanging all of it, that is when I realized, oh no, I can't just leave it like this. It needs to be finished.
How did you find that out?
I got overly concerned about it.
What do you mean? Like the risk of fire? Like you look at it and
Yeah.
go, this is going to burn up?
Yeah. And it just well, the first thing that set me off into realizing I got way into over my head was that I saw something. I don't remember what I was looking up or whatnot, but it said that the craft paper, they have a literal warning label on the craft paper.
Oh, so you're just
that
staring
says
at
it's
it
flammable.
as you're installing it.
And I'm like, this is problematic.
Yeah. Can
So-
you not, at this point, can you not just take it back?
No, I can't take it back because it's out of the bag.
Okay.
I've used all the insulation, so I'd be out $600.
You're fully committed.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. All right.
So I got it all hung, and then I bought vapor barrier, and I got that hung on all the
I thought
walls.
the vapor barrier was the craft paper.
Yeah, it is, but I didn't do it right. And normally people put another layer of plastic over the entire thing anyways.
Okay.
And like I didn't staple because it has the little overhang on the sides of the insulation with the craft paper.
Okay.
And you're supposed to staple those into the front of the stud.
Okay.
I stapled a lot of them into the side of the stud.
Okay.
Because I'm dumb and
Doesn't
I bought the
seem like
wrong
that really
size
matters.
of
Doesn't seem
insulation
like that
bats.
makes a deal.
Anyway, so I covered the whole thing in plastic. All the walls are covered. I still need to cover the ceiling. But then I learned that the way that my garage is wired was up to code for an unfinished structure by them just literally stapling the hot wire to the studs. Just on the
So as soon as you put the highly flammable insulation on top of what you just called a hot wire, and then also stapled that to the same stud,
yeah.
it was no longer in code.
Well, no, it's not necessarily the wire. The wire has electricity running through it, but the wire itself is not hot to where it's not going to start a fire. Now, if a spark happened or if I wired something wrong, then it could.
Well, of course. That's how electricity works.
Yeah,
I mean, if a spark happens anywhere, something's going to catch fire.
Right, but typically that's not what it does. So basically what the concern is that when you insulate, you're supposed to put drywall over it, and if the electrical lines are just stapled to the stud and then you put drywall over the electrical wires, no one can see where it is, and so if they go to hang something with a screw, they can end up screwing right into a live wire and getting electrocuted. Or causing a spark and then causing a fire.
Yeah, but if your walls are up, I can't see it anyway. Like to screw into it.
Right, but then that's why you got to do what I need to do to it, which is drill through the studs a hole, run it along that, and then put metal plating over that hole on the front of the stud so no one tries to drive a nail into
side piece
where it is.
Look,
Yeah.
I drill holes in my wall all the time.
Yeah.
There's wires back there.
Right.
I don't know where they are.
Well, yeah, because the wires themselves, like behind it, okay, so you got a stud, right?
Right.
And then so you drill a hole through the stud, you run a wire through it. The only place that it really is taut is where you have an outlet, because it gets stapled to the stud there behind the outlet, and then you run it into the outlet. And so other than that, it's like there's holes through every single stud, and the wire is just run across it.
I understand what you're saying. What I'm telling you is that in my apartment right now, I have walls that are shared. My living room is shared with the guest bedroom on one side and my bedroom on the other side.
Yeah.
And I have taken a big drill bit and I have bored through both of those walls.
Yeah, but
and
I mean,
run cables through them.
Well, right. What I'm saying is that the wire isn't necessarily taut. So if you come with a drill bit at it, it will probably push it out of the way because the covering, the Romex.
It's loose. So even if it's running through the boards, the drill bit's going to push it out of the way.
Right.
It's not going to get tangled up in my drill bit.
It shouldn't drive right through it. And then, if you're drilling into studs, which I don't think you've found yet because
they're heavy. They're hard. I don't want to do that. I only hang pictures.
Well, wherever you drill the hole into the stud, you drill it into the side. So this is the like drywall's
the
here.
long side.
Yeah, the long side you drill in there, and then on the front right here on the stud where that hole is, you put a piece of metal.
That way someone can't drill through that part of the stud.
Yep.
That is really... Look at you, man. You're a master builder.
Yeah, it makes a lot of fucking sense, but now I have to rerun all the wire that I already tried to rerun when I redid the outlets in the garage the first time, which is, it's really thick wire. It's
do you have to take your insulation out in order to do that?
Yep.
So everything that you've done up to this point, you have to undo?
I mean, on about 2 walls, yeah.
2 walls?
2 walls?
And you are involved in both of these walls? Okay.
So I can do the easy way.
Okay.
Right? And
is the easy way up to code?
Easy way is up to code.
Do that.
Easy way would be, I have 3 outlets in the garage right now.
Okay.
And they're all on one side of the garage.
Okay.
Easy way would just be to rerun that section, which would only have to take down 1 1/4 of what I've already done.
Okay.
What I want to do is, since it's still bare, I have not put drywall up, because once I put drywall up, there is no doing this next part.
Correct, because you have to take the drywall down.
I want to buy more wire to run to 2 new outlets, 2 on the other side of the garage.
Okay.
Which would be helpful, because then I can avoid using a bunch of fucking extension cords.
All right, hear me out. Here's something even easier. Okay. Bunch of fucking extension cords. Thoughts?
Side piece, it's a fully detached, so every wall is an exterior wall. What now?
What if you just cut all the wires to all 3 of those outlets? Sheetrock right over them. Don't exist. Okay. You take the big master wire. I assume there's one big wire, right?
Sure.
Okay. That wire goes up in the ceiling. Big outlet on the ceiling. Extension cords like spiders coming off the sides.
No.
Yeah.
No.
How about that instead? Because that's what I'd do. Because what you're saying sounds like a lot of... Like, you're building a house.
Yeah, kind of.
Like, why are you doing this?
Well, one, it would definitely help the resale, but...
Are you planning on moving?
Yeah, eventually.
Like, is this, like, in the next, like, year? Because all you're doing is planning on moving.
Yeah, no. Probably the next 5 would be nice.
Okay.
But... Right now is the time I'm doing it, and, like, if I'm going to drywall over all this shit, the time to do it's right now.
When a home inspector comes, like you say you're going to sell your house.
Right.
Do they look for that stuff?
If it's completely drywalled up and looks properly done, no, they won't, because they can't see it.
Right.
But if it's like how it is right now, where you can clearly see
Right, but you are going to drywall.
everything. Yeah.
But you're just going to do it right. So you can brag to people that you did it right. Is this all to make Big D happy, or is this for you happy?
This is kind of for me happy to know that I can do it.
Okay, all right.
And it's like
I respect
a good
that.
experiment of doing it.
Sure.
You know?
Sure. It's like I do that. Like when I do like code writing, you know, you can take shortcuts or you can write really nice, clean code. No person is going to see it. But I know in my heart of hearts that I wrote good code. And you're like, I'm going to do good electricity.
Well, the running the wire part through the actual studs is probably a smart decision.
And that sounds very simple. Like, that sounds like something I could do, drill one hole through a stud and then run wire through it.
Theoretically, yes.
I mean...
It's not going to be... I thought that the insulating the garage thing wasn't going to be that hard. It's turning out to be very difficult. So in my head,
that's because you didn't know the scope of the project.
Right. But, and that doesn't even touch the rafter situation because, okay, so most ceilings, the reason why you have a flat ceiling is so you can insulate it and drywall it without support beams of your roof holding up the peak.
Okay.
Or in the way.
Okay.
Okay. So I have that same situation in the garage where I got a vaulted roof and then support beams running across sideways. The thing to do would be to make the support beams the ceiling and then above that the attic. Because that's how my house is right now.
It's how most houses are that don't have vaulted ceilings.
Correct.
You're going to have a vaulted workshop.
Yes, because the ceiling in my garage where...
Workshop.
Yeah, workshop. It's barely above 6 feet. It would be ridiculously low.
So I'm like going to hit... Like Big D would hit his head in there.
Ridiculously low.
Okay.
It's like... Well,
you're going to be
studs
building
themselves
stuff in there.
are 6 feet, and then it's sitting on probably, I don't know, like 4 or 5 inches of concrete foundation. So like 6'6", maybe 6'7" is the height to the beams.
But still, if you're going to build
it's just
something,
too fucking low.
like if you're building a door, you're not going to be able to stand it up in there. You know?
Right.
You know?
Because there have been many things that I have tried to assemble, and I had to stick it through the support beams to do.
Yeah.
So drywalling the ceiling, that means I get to, on every single sheet of plywood, I have to hold it up at drywall, I have to hold it up at an angle, and then wherever there is a cross beam section for support, I have to cut a little notch out of that. It's just going to be a whole lot of measuring and hoping I get it right.
And you're using Ryobi for the whole build.
Yep.
Are you documenting this in any way?
No.
You should document this.
I'm not going to do that.
And then you could get free Ryobi, dude.
No, because then there's evidence into where I cut.
But you're doing everything right. You're not cutting any corners. Your pride will not allow you to cut any corners.
Well, theoretically, I'm doing everything right.
Well, I guarantee you, if you documented it, YouTube comments would certainly let you know. Because you think Big D's going to backseat construct you. Wait till you get YouTube behind you.
Oh, yeah. Big D did not know any of this.
That is not how he presents himself.
I asked him about this, and he has helped me a lot through this process. He definitely helped me hang the fucking ceiling shit.
Like physically helped you as well.
I very much appreciate that. But some of his advice, where he was very confident, as in like, yeah, just do this, you'll be fine, was wrong.
He does that at trivia night with simple things like, what's the capital of Kansas? And he's like, it's Wichita. And then he just writes it and takes it up. And it's like, it's not. It's like, don't do that.
No.
You know, it's up to code.
So
turns out it's not up to code. You know,
it's fucking dumb, and I'm really upset about it.
Why? You're doing a great job.
I should have just lived with the heat,
dude. You're gonna be done with this. And what's your timeline? Next weekend?
No.
Because I assume you're not doing anything else until this is finished. It's all consuming.
Well, yeah, because I can't, because all of the shit that's in my garage is now piled into a huge pile
Right.
in the middle of it, so I can get access to every single wall, and I still don't know how I'm going to do the fucking ceiling. But,
I mean, you're going to have to get a ladder and get Big D, and you're going to have to start
and it's
measuring.
just going to be real slow.
I mean, if you want, my brother-in-law and my dad will probably come help you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, if you just give them beer.
I got beer for days.
They love being like, oh, we're men, you know?
Yeah.
They love doing that stuff. My dad rebuilt his whole house while he's living in it.
Yeah, he would probably be.
He literally, like, I've hung sheetrock before because of him, and I will never do it again. If there was a piece of sheetrock crushing your body, I'm walking away, man. I'm sorry.
Walking away.
I'm done with sheetrock.
You know, Big D asked me over the weekend when we were doing stuff. He's like, "You ever ask Seth to come over and help with any of these projects?" I'm like,
Yeah, that's not what I'm about.
"No."
Like, I would, if you asked me, I would come over.
Would you?
I would. You would ask me to leave. I'm very bad at it. Like holding a board, sure.
Play an idiot, sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, play it. That's me. The idiot, but not for real. Yeah. This whole idiot thing is a facade.
Yeah.
You know?
I know.
But yeah,
I could use help just holding shit.
I mean, I would if you text me and I have anything else to do, I would absolutely come help you. Well, I got a lot going on, man.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you know this or not, but Dalton's planning for a giant ass wedding and reception.
I don't think he likes the bride because they're never together. So that helps him.
Oh man.
I mean, we probably see Tay just as much as he does.
No, I think he just likes doing things, and this is an excuse to do something.
Yeah, okay.
Like manly and
yeah.
handsy and
You
stuff.
say whatever you need to say to keep him happy so he comes over here and helps you.
I don't know.
But, yeah. I mean, I don't have anything going on this weekend. Actually,
Cool,
I'm working,
help.
but,
Come over and help.
If
I need you to stand on a ladder and hold a board in place while I screw and stuff.
You won't. Big D will come over and help. Big D's going to come help.
I hope, because
Yeah.
I need his trailer to transport the drywall.
See, that's another, I'm useless, Yeah.
Well, here's my thing, is because if I let the insulation sit uncovered,
Yeah.
it can accumulate moisture and get moldy, and then it ruins the $600 that I've already spent on this by becoming, I need to replace it, right? But in my head,
You're going to be done by
if I think
July.
if I hang all of the vapor barrier, which is a giant plastic sheet,
Right.
covers all the insulation, that will be good. I don't need to then rush, because this entire week I've been rushing to get to the part of put the vapor barrier.
You're going to be done with this by the 4th of July.
No way.
I think you will be.
No shot.
I bet you will be. So what's your next step? Like, if this show didn't happen tonight, what would you be out doing in your garage
Right now, I just got a giant fan that has a humidity sensor on it, which I am then attaching to ducting to go out the exhaust in my roof to pull out air from the garage to hopefully make it less humid in there, to where I don't need to worry about the insulation molding and rotting.
Okay, but then what?
I would have built that, hung it, turn it on, and then I would have tried to start attempting to vapor barrier the ceiling.
Right, so tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, you'll be done with that.
I hope, yes.
Yeah. And
But
then
now I have to rerun all the wire too, so...
Oh, you have to do that before. Oh, yeah, because you're covering it up with the vapor barrier. You'll do that.
I want to. My plan was to drywall this weekend, but I doubt that I'll actually get to that step. But
Well, you're
we'll
going
see.
to be... You look tired.
Yeah, I'm tired. I've been waking up at like 6
That's ridiculous.
and doing stuff in the morning before I actually start working.
Yeah, it's outrageous.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know what, man? I'm happy that you're going to have a cool garage.
Last night I went to bed when the sun was still up.
That is disgusting.
I went to bed at like 8:50.
We have different lives. I watched Queso until 11 a.m.
I didn't do any
PM.
way, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't do anything today. I haven't touched it today. It's
Took
the
a day
first
off.
day. Yeah.
Yeah, you took a day off, man.
Well, there's nothing I could do. Mario had the truck. I couldn't run and get wood to build the fan closure, and yeah.
There's a lot of stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, man.
That's my garage. I'm really mad about it. I shouldn't have done any of this, because at the end of this, it's going to be about $1,500
Well,
down the drain.
I bet the next show we do, you'll be done.
But hey, bright side ish. I went in there today. At like noon, and outside it was like 80, 82,
Okay.
humid as shit.
Right.
And so I opened the side door, walked in, and it was so much cooler in there as
Bet it
compared to
was.
outside.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, might be worth it.
It's going to be worth it, man.
We'll see.
You're going to sit in there. It's going to be totally worth it. Yeah. But yeah, if you do need help holding, just text me. I'll see where I'm at.
Yeah. Well, whenever it comes to the drywall bit, I think the more hands I got, the better.
No, I don't think that's true. If my dad yelling and throwing things at me when I was younger goes to anything, the more people who know what they're doing is great. More people just for the sake of having hands, not great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know that because
Well, it's just it's going to be a bitch to
thrown at
lift the drywall off the ground, slide it onto the support beams, and then hang it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's,
Like,
it's
the-
heavy. Drywall's heavy. What do you got, 6x8 sheets?
4x8.
4x8?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're big. 8 feet long, you know? It's a lot
I'm
of
going
work.
to need another person, and I don't know who has the time for that.
What? Well, it's going to be tough for Big D. But also it may not be.
Because I don't know. Me and
Literally 1 week from today, he's in Tennessee
Dalton, yeah.
at his wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But this weekend, I still believe he will somehow find time to help you hang drywall.
If all he can do is help me get it from Home Depot to my house.
Because of his trailer.
Yeah, the trailer.
See, and I can't help with that.
But I'm pretty sure his trailers... Actually, yeah, no, I don't think he can because I'm pretty sure his trailer's full up with, like, shit to bring to the wedding.
Yeah, he literally sent me a picture of it today.
Of it was all just drinks.
Yeah, it's filled. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm fitting 10 sheets of drywall into the back of a Toyota Tacoma.
You could do that.
Probably.
You got ratchet straps?
I got ratchet straps, and I learned that I have little notches in my tail bed to...
There you go, man.
To, like,
Yeah.
put 2x4s on to get over the wheel well so they could lay flat.
Look at that, dude.
I'm so hyped.
Yeah, dude, I can see your erection.
Whoop.
So, show schedule 50-50 for next week, I would say, on
Yeah.
Thursday show. If I'm only saying 50-50 because Colby is insistent that it'll happen. If I'm outright ready to just say no show. But it's up to this man.
We could do a show like Wednesday.
We could do a show Wednesday, or we could just not do one. And you could just chill before your whirlwind trip of 50 hours of driving in 90 hours of day. You know, could just, you know.
I blacked out through whatever the hell you were just saying. I don't want to think about it.
And then the next weekend is the 3rd of July, and I will likely be busy.
Yeah.
So, because we don't get the 4th this year, so my 4th with family will likely be the 3rd.
Why not?
Because the 4th is Dalton's wedding.
Oh, right. It's Friday, though, isn't it?
Friday the 4th. So Thursday the 3rd, I will likely be busy. So basically, just follow along on social or the Discord.
Well,
That's
then
where
now
all
we
it goes.
have to do it next week.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
No, we can take 2 weeks. We took off 4 years. We can take off 2 weeks. It'll be fine. Just go back, listen to episode 53 and listen to episode, give me a number.
201.
Listen to 201 and episode 53 and pretend they're new. I'm sure they're great. Whatever they are, just listen to those. Problem
Well,
solved.
then if we're not doing a show next week, then we got to go balls to the wall tonight, man.
Why?
Balls to the wall.
Because of my
it's
birthday?
a 2-week break.
I do like the... Oh, I thought you meant my
Oh,
birthday.
and that.
I do like the idea that we're finally having a show on my birthday and we're going to skip it. I do
That
think
is
that's
so
really funny.
stupid.
Like, literally since
This is
08.
all you, because I've been saying we could do it.
I know we can.
And then you're like, well, I don't
Look,
know, man.
Like I said, I don't want to cancel it. Okay?
Uh-huh.
I don't want to cancel it. I do feel for you, we should cancel it. I think if you do it, you're going to wake up Friday morning with regret.
Nah.
Or you're gonna be stressed out Thursday night because you got to pack 70 things, you know?
No, I'll pack Wednesday.
Mari's got to put 4 wigs in her luggage, and you don't know where half of them are because Kitty's wearing one.
I do today, tomorrow would probably be a really good day to sit down and make sure that I have all the stuff that I actually need, that I want.
Yeah.
For a camping trip kind of thing.
Mari just said he should already be packed.
I'm not.
Yeah, like it's a week.
Technically, I have one container in the garage that's just camping stuff. It's the tent. It's the stove.
When's the last time you opened that?
It's been a minute.
I would have checked for spiders and stuff like that.
Nah, it's sealed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's fine.
It's a hefty box.
I'm sure, man. Sure it's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna pack Wednesday.
Well, we'll just see. We'll just see.
It's gonna happen.
Okay? We'll just see. I don't want to commit.
It's gonna happen.
Because then people will yell at me if I say we're going to do it and we don't. So I'm just trying to be transparent. We'll commit. I ain't got nothing going on the next day. Just normal Friday for me, you know?
Yeah, you're gonna miss out on a Bucky's run.
I am a little sad that I'm not going to Bucky's.
You're already full up.
I think I'm full.
That's crazy.
I think I'm full. Oh, by the way, so one of our listeners is in where you guys are going right now.
Yeah.
Or going next week. And apparently there is a museum of crime there. And she was like sending me pictures of like letters from BTK and like John Wayne Gacy's clown suit is there. And I'm like,
I don't want none of that.
Maybe skip the scary cave and instead do that. Maybe that'd be better.
None of that. Also, here's my question. Is the wedding is Sunday, right?
Right.
That's the big day.
Right.
It doesn't start until 5 p.m.
Yeah, Mari already knew.
And we're not helping because we're not in the wedding
Right, so you literally
party.
are just showing up for the
So what the fuck are
wedding.
we going to do?
You're going to go to the John Wayne Gacy Museum.
It's in Seaverville?
Pigeon Forge, I think, which is the same town.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe that is the case, But I don't know if they're open on a Sunday.
Yeah, probably not.
Well, I don't know. The town you're going to is a tourist trap.
Yeah.
It's like Estes Park, Colorado.
Okay.
Like, I think everything is like during this time of year, they're just begging people to come
Makes
by.
sense.
So,
Yeah, makes sense.
But yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Nope. I'm going to be full up on propanolol. Like, let's fucking go.
What's that? Is that the anti-anxiety? Or
Yeah.
Propanolol?
Propanolol.
That sounds like something you hang up in your
It's
garage.
technically a heart pressure medication, but
Heart pressure.
blood pressure,
Blood pressure? Oh.
I think.
I got Xannies. Need some Xannies?
Blood pressure. I got Ativan.
Okay.
No, but what it's supposed to do is make the adrenaline not even start because it can't.
Yeah.
That's what it's supposed to do.
You don't get that spiky, woozy, pass-out feeling.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That goes away.
I took it on the last long drive that we did to fucking Missouri, and it was pretty good.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm not going. So, I'll be here.
Bitch.
I'll be here.
Bitch made.
It is it's the Red Bull Ring race weekend though. So that'll be good in Austria,
Do you have a canopy?
You mean that one that we were in that one time? I do.
The one with it's like a shade and then you got the mosquito net on it and shit. Can I borrow that?
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, I'll have to go dig it out of my closet, but I can absolutely get that for
That's
you.
one less purchase I have to make then.
Yeah, I have one of those. I have the big tent. I have the air mattress, queen size.
I got an
staining.
air mattress.
Is it queen size?
Well, okay, so tell me if this is a terrible idea or not.
Okay.
But I got the ones with they have it's like a compact one.
Okay.
Where it looks like you know what I'm talking about?
It's got the tubes running through it. Is that what you
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, what's wrong with that?
Not like a full mattress.
Well, mine is. I don't know. It depends on how rugged you want to get.
Right, because
people would consider
it's
mine
not nothing.
Right.
Yeah, it's not nothing,
Right.
but it's enough. And I personally like a firmer sleep than a fucking sink in it sleep.
Sure.
And the last time I was on a mattress, an air mattress that was a mattress.
Yeah, that's what I have.
One, it didn't fit in the tent I own, and two, it deflated halfway through the night to where I was basically just like this the entire night.
I think you're gonna have problems with that with any air mattress. That's just an air mattress problem.
No. Because
my mattress,
even if this one deflated, I'm just on the ground.
true,
Like it's only this thick.
and that is the firmest mattress you can have.
Yeah,
Mother Earth.
I think it'll be good.
My air mattress is like 24 inches high,
Yeah, that's stupid.
and it has a self pump and a self deflate. So you just plug it in and it just airs up. You don't have
That's
to worry
stupid.
about pumps and all that horse shit.
I mean, I just got a fucking battery-powered inflator.
I hate that so much. Those things suck.
Not the one I got.
You got to sit there and just wait, Yeah,
not the one I got.
I hate that. What do you mean? You got to set it and forget
It's
it?
like this big.
You still got to sit there, put it in the hole.
Well, yeah.
You got to coitus with your mattress.
I do.
I just got to switch,
Yeah. I've also slept on one of those and it deflated, so I'm good.
All right. Well, you know what? I got a canopy for you. You can have that.
I want the canopy.
You can enjoy the canopy. I also have a portable battery with AC adapter. You want that?
I had one of those, but then we just lent it to her brother because their power's out.
Oh, that's nice of you, man. That's nice of
Also, I think it's broken because it wouldn't charge past 40%.
you. Well, you can borrow that one, too, if you want that.
If you got cooking utensils to actually cook with,
I think I also have that.
because I got silverware, I don't got cooking utensils.
You want to borrow some cast iron pans and cook like a real goddamn man? 'Cause
No,
I got some
because
cast
I don't
iron
even know
pans.
if we're actually going to cook or not.
No, you go out to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be. Where are you camping? Are you in Missouri or somewhere?
Yeah, it's like some national forest or something.
Oh, spooky.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice, dude. Did you check the weather?
Nope.
Okay.
I think rain's done. I think it's just going to be hot now.
Okay. Yeah. Rain's done over the entirety of America. It's just done. It's fine. It's not like
Yeah.
you're traveling across the country.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Like 1,000 miles
Yeah, no, we're into the high drought dry season.
in Missouri.
Yeah.
You know the
From
climates
now
of
until
Missouri?
September or August, then it'll start raining again.
When you stopping at Buc-ee's?
We're in Seaverville.
Okay. If it's between the Crime Museum and Buc-ee's, which one are you going to?
Probably Buc-ee's. I want to see it.
My
I
man.
want to experience the beaver.
My man. My man. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't know.
Yeah, I messed up by not going to Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I messed up. Yeah. Did you get them something off their registry?
No, I haven't gotten anything yet.
He listens, so I wouldn't say what it is. I also haven't gotten him anything. We should probably do that.
I got him one of those like dragon dildos.
Oh,
You know what I'm
dude.
talking about?
What
Yeah.
if we do get him one of those?
For
Like
him to sit
legitimately, what if we both get, like, you get him a tentacle and I get him, like, Bowser's dick? Like,
Yeah. What would he do? He would have to say thanks.
he
'cause they're
would.
expensive.
Because they cost a lot of
Yeah,
money. Like,
they're
they are
really
not
expensive.
cheap. We go to Bad Dragon and we get him, like, a
That's
top
it.
of the line. I'm seriously considering doing that. I mean, I literally have nothing. I mean, none of them like me anyway. Just get him a big bag dragon. They'd use it too.
So
it's 100% that
Penella's
tentacle's going
wedding-
in him.
When Penella's wedding came around, I was like, oh, I'm gonna make him something like cute, like a home decor, them personalize them like a wood Penella.
Okay.
And then like surrounded by photos.
Sure,
And then I just
that'd be cute.
never made it. I never got him anything.
You didn't get him a gift?
No. Gift was my presents.
I don't remember what I got him.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think I just get him cash.
Yeah.
I think I just am a cash guy. The
Probably
problem is
been a
Big
smart
D's
idea.
rich. Like, he don't want my cash.
Yeah, I mean, I would think that he would take it at this point. I don't really know.
Let's see. I'm gonna look up how much a bad dragon is. I know it's wrong, but I am literally considering this. I think it would be funny.
Oh my god,
They have a How to Train Your Dragon crossover.
that's terrible.
I mean, I could get him Toothless's dick here.
Oh Jesus, God Almighty!
That is incredible.
Why does this exist?
I didn't mean to click that. I didn't mean to click it. It's
Oh, now
breaking
you-
our
now you-
computer.
Now you got AIDS.
It's literally not loading. We crashed it. How to Train Your Bad Dragon, dude. I mean, dude, these things are not cheap. Oh, and here's a deer, dude.
Ew.
Ew? Are you kink shaming, bro?
Those were like flesh colored. Like that's what make these fun, is they're fun colors.
All right, so we could get. I want to see. Oh, Krampus. What about Krampus, dude?
Oh, gross.
No, you don't like Krampus?
I don't like any of these.
No. I like how they all have names.
Get him the foot.
Okay. I think I can show this one.
I think you
on
could show
Twitch.
this one.
I think I could show this one, right? Yeah. What if I got him this? Like, could you imagine him opening this up? He gets home, he had a whirlwind trip.
Why'd you get me a silicone foot?
They're unwinding in their living room. They're surrounded by gifts, and they open it up from Seth, and it's David's paw, a foot of some kind. You're thinking about it.
That's so not okay. Well, who's David, and why is his foot a werewolf's foot?
I wonder if he's like from some bum book or something. David's Paw is a fantastic toy for anyone looking to add a unique and tantalizing experience to the bedroom. If you are into foot play, new to it, or curious about the appeal, David's Paw can provide an entertaining take and experience towards the realm of pleasure. This toy's different textures and shapes will make for a fun experience, whether used for solo or multiplay. We suggest getting a pair and putting your paws together. What are you doing with the foot? Is the foot going in you?
I would assume, right? Or are you fucking in between the toes?
Oh, maybe that. Like, there's not a hole in the top of it, is there? Here we go. Switch to 3D. Can I? Yeah, it's solid on the top.
You could click a different color to where you can like see it. There you go.
It's solid, man.
Yeah, no, you're just fucking the toesies then.
Okay.
That's a feetfinder.com person's favorite thing.
Okay.
Especially if they're a furry. So you gotta be so many different kinks for that to work. Dude. You gotta be a furry. You gotta be a foot fetish guy.
Yeah.
And then you also have to be really into like mega insertion.
Like, I'm only turned on by feet. That's okay, baby. We can work with it.
Right.
It has to be a werewolf's foot, though.
Yeah.
It's like,
you also have to fit the entire rest of the costume. And then you have to fit that inside of me. It's too many things, man. It's too many things.
Like, see, I wouldn't get, like, that is a great gag gift. Like, I might get that for you for Christmas.
$150 foot.
If you opened David's Paw live on this show for Christmas,
I would smack you with it.
That would be worth the $150.
It would hurt. You would be knocked the fuck out. That's full silicone.
Would you keep it? Be honest.
No, I would. Well,
it's a gift.
Kind of like frame it at that point, right?
You got to put it somewhere. The thing about it is it's innocuous.
Yeah, you wouldn't know what that is.
Like, no one knows. Like, the only...
Just get a lampshade.
That's
put
one
it
of
on
those...
the top of that.
That's a good idea. You could put a light bulb in. I mean, honestly, that's one of those things where you could put it in your office, and and that would be a way to weed people, like, because, like, if someone came in, they're like, "What's that?" Like, you'd be like, you know what it is, don't you, you dirty boy? Like, like your boss would have no idea. He'd be like, oh, he likes werewolf foot. That's it's probably from some movie, Revenge of this Werewolf, No. But if your boss knew...
That is from nothing.
You don't know everything. You don't know everything that's from everything. Especially you're a hip guy. Old people look at what you like and they're like, wow, that he's into cool stuff, Mm-mm. What do you mean, no? I think so.
Do you think I surf?
Yeah. You look like you could surf.
I probably could.
Yeah. You probably have. Have you surfed before? I don't know. I mean, go on, because you're wearing a hat that says surf.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a shirt with Japanese on it. I don't assume you can speak Japanese, but you're cool.
This isn't Japanese. This is a deconstructed logo. Oh, it does. Yep.
Yeah, there's literally Japanese text right there. I know what Japanese But if I wouldn't get it for Big D because it's a gag gift.
Right.
Like, if I got him toothless... He would say, oh, there's a chance he'd use it. There's a lot. He's getting married. Maybe not tomorrow. Maybe not next year, but 20 years from now.
You're thinking this man's keeping that?
They're going to find it in a box, and she's going to be like...
They're not going to re-gift that at some point?
No one's re-gifting that, because no one's as depraved as me.
No, they would absolutely bring it to White Elephant at Christmas.
That's a $150 dildo, though, man. Like, that's not a white elephant gift.
That's fair.
I could get him a packet of Blue Chew and the Toothless. Be like, have a good honeymoon, I
feel like that's saying something.
What?
That I don't think you have any basis to say.
What?
Like their sex life's bad and you can't get it
They're going to get married.
I mean, it will eventually become.
Yes, that's what I mean. I'm not saying like in the next 5 years, but when they're in their 50s... Toothless is coming out.
They ain't keeping Toothless.
They're gonna keep
for
him.
20 years.
Why not, dude?
They're not doing that.
No one's throwing that away.
Who's doing that? I would throw that away immediately.
You're gonna think about
it. I would toss that thing out the door. I'd put it right on my front lawn and with a sign that says "free," slightly used.
I think after a while you'd try Toothless. I do think so. I think eventually you get bored. And you're going to try Toothless. There's going to be a time where you're like, all right, tonight's the night. Let's try it out. And I think that in the back of your mind, you know I'm right, so you're not throwing it away. You'll put it somewhere, out of sight, out of thought.
No.
But eventually you will find him, and you'll be like, now's the time, babe.
Never,
It's time to ride the dragon.
Get me a fucking bad dragon dildo.
I'm not spending $150
that.
on that.
Yeah,
that's too
that's
much
a
money.
terrible
That's
idea.
way too much money. But the paw is pretty epic. I still am concerned about it.
Well, the dragon dick, I don't think that was 150. The paw was 150.
I feel like the licensing alone for the How to
Yeah.
Train Your Dragon movie should make it more expensive.
Which
than the
doesn't
foot.
make any sense because that is absolutely not licensed.
It has to be.
There's no shot in hell. No.
There's no way that they can get away with that. They're
They
a big company,
absolutely
right?
Can. DreamWorks isn't going and looking at baddragon.com for IP infringement.
All right.
There is
mean-
there is no fucking shot in hell.
I don't know. It just seems like yeah. Fat Man just stood up on his hind legs.
What?
Yeah, he just stood up on his hind legs and then licked his underarm of his front paw and then sat back down.
He's a talented boy.
It was like I was watching an AI video where those cats get up and start dancing. That's what I thought was happening.
Dude, the AI video's getting rough, man.
They're getting real tough. Did you see the one I put on our TikTok or my TikTok of me and you where we merge into one person and fight a bear werewolf?
Yep.
That was something there.
I saw that one. I saw a fake girlfriend filter. I don't know if you sent me that one or not, but I saw one where like you just take a photo of yourself and then it just like starts moving you and then some like hot looking chick walks in behind you and then like holds you slightly and gives you a little kiss on the cheek.
I have not seen that one.
It was wild.
Yeah, I've seen the mukbang ones, Platano. I've seen the ASMR ones. Like,
I just keep seeing a fucking like a Yeti.
yeah, the
or
Yeti ones.
Sasquatch.
That's the one I reposted.
That one's funny.
But like, yeah, I see like.
But they're everywhere. There's so many of them.
Yeah, they're all over the place.
Like, did you send me the one where it was like some chick on a plane being like, "That I don't know what you're seeing, but that fucker's not real." And then it turns to him, he's like, "Oh shit."
Oh, the Yeti of like yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah, that's great. But the problem is they look really good.
They do.
The only reason you know they're AI is because
The movement is still weird.
It is, but it's gonna get better. Next year we won't know.
Yeah. Like camera moves are still a little like
Well-
when they switch prompts. Because I'm assuming that's what they just did. It's like you
Right.
can give it something to where
Yeah, the lady
first
points.
this happens, this,
Right,
then this
yep.
happens,
It's
then
gotta
it,
be
and
that,
then it
yeah.
does multiples and then stitches them together.
Right,
But the stitch
right.
is a little weird.
It's happening already though. Like I mentioned a couple weeks ago that the kangaroo that wouldn't get on the airplane, like the motion support kangaroo, that went viral for a couple days. Turned out that was AI. And then there's a ton of disinformation on X right now of missiles and stuff like going between Israel and Iran. And you just don't know what's real and what's not.
Well, that just adds to the real possibility that a nuke could possibly be launched. You know what I mean?
No, it's not going to happen.
No, because like you think that Trump and the NSA and like Pete Hegseth can tell the difference.
No.
You remember when Trump
NSA
thought
can.
the guy who got deported to El Salvador had the letters MS-13 on his knuckles?
Yeah, and they were
just laid over there in Microsoft Word.
Terribly not even photoshopped.
No.
Photoshop's too strong of a word.
Yeah.
They were Microsoft Word.
Yep.
Yeah, I did see
He
that.
thought that was real.
Well, I truly believe that Trump doesn't know, but I also truly believe that there are people in the NSA and the CIA who won't let Trump shoot nukes.
I don't think they got the power to tell him
They will just shoot him in the face and cover it up.
no.
I truly believe
I don't
that.
think the CIA is what it was in the 60s.
I think it probably
I don't think it
is.
is. No. That was one thing I have seen a lot recently is like people being like, hey, well, we always thought there was a deep state. Turns out there's not. And I'm kind of sad about it.
Yeah, I think there still is a deep. I don't think you mess with the National Security Agency.
I don't know, man.
I don't-
Why are you looking outside then? Like, if the NSA is as good as Edward Snowden led everyone to believe, right?
Right.
Why is Palantir involved at all?
Dude, they can do whatever they want.
Right, but it's a private company. Why would you even outsource if you had it in-house?
Money.
You're already paying the NSA. What do you mean?
Money.
Now you're just just paying Palantir too.
Yeah, it's probably some guy who knows some dude. He's like, I could do that too. You think you give me a contract? And then they just give him money. Who's going to stop him?
I think there's more money to be made if you're a guy.
Also, redundancy is important.
Redundancy, maybe, but I'm saying, like, if you had to choose between working for the United States federal government or Palantir, funded by Peter Thiel with unlimited money, wouldn't you go there?
I don't know. I think I'd serve my country. I think I would.
I don't think you would.
I think they got the best toys.
No, if you got an offer for $200,000 a year or $2 million a year, which one would you fucking choose?
I'd take the $2 million. But here's I don't know. It depends on where I'm at in my life, because I'll tell you why. I don't like Peter Thiel.
And you get to move to California.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not. If I'm gonna be, you're gonna know this is true after I say it out loud. If I have the ability to spy on anyone I want to, I'm not going home. I'm gonna stay at my office, and I'm gonna spy on people.
I mean, I think you could do that with either one, but I think there's less red tape in the private sector.
No, I think the exact opposite.
Really?
I think if Peter Thiel can just come in and be like, spy on my ex-wife, and then you have to do it. Where, like, in the federal government, the guy's going to be like, spy on my ex-wife, but you had to go through like 50 layers of bureaucracy to get there.
That's what I'm saying. There's less red tape in the private sector.
Right, but you don't get fired as easy. Like, if I want to spy on people I know, in the private sector, if they find out and I get caught, like, they'll just fire me. Can't do that in government. They just move me to a different spy program.
I don't know if you remember earlier this year where Elon Musk just fired a bunch of federal employees.
Well, that's an anomaly. Also, did he fire anyone in the NSA? Because that's a great way to get spied on. Yeah, see, the NSA, you don't, I'm telling you, you don't mess with the NSA. Like, there's no TV shows about the NSA. No one talks about the NSA. Like, the NSA is like, you don't mess with them.
Well, and you also know that every single, like, cop-funded TV show or anything like that.
Right.
Top Gun Maverick was partially funded by the United States Army.
Yeah.
It's like, it's all propaganda.
The Navy, yeah.
And so there, you got a point there in saying that if there isn't a movie about it.
That's what I'm saying. People forget the NSA.
And the only movie about it was Edward Snowden, who was made by Oliver Stone, who is just like the old school conspiracy theory guy.
Also, have you seen Joseph Gordon-Levitt lately?
No.
Yeah. Okay. You don't mess with the NSA.
Fair.
The NSA is like the CIA, but good. Okay? I would love to work for the NSA. I'd spy on so many people.
So many people?
Yeah, I'd spy on everyone in this chat. I'd spy on you. I'd spy on her. I'd spy on everyone I've ever talked to.
All right.
And anyone ever asked me to spy on, I'd spy on them.
So.
Yeah.
We're broaching on the time of if I'm ordering something. This is a completely different
Okay,
thing.
It's probably good for the
back
best.
to the wedding.
Yeah.
We're broaching on the time that if I'm going to order anything offline or online, I need to do it now.
Yeah, you're probably too late
to be
for
here in
dragon.
time.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you're supposed to ship it to his house, so you actually have until he gets back.
I'm not
from
even
the wedding.
talking about buying him anything. I'm talking about buying me stuff.
You mean for it to not sit on your doorstep for a weekend?
Well, no, like stuff I want to bring on the road.
Oh, well
trip.
then you've got like 3 days for Amazon.
And it's not even Amazon. That's the problem.
Yeah,
it's eBay Motors.
Oh, you're probably boned.
I want to buy a bed rack and I want to buy a roof tent.
You can't get it on Amazon?
Not Prime. I think they both, eBay Motors and Amazon, both use the same Chinese manufacturer.
What does
really
Amazon
cheap
say the delivery date?
I don't know. It's
That's what I would do.
in between.
I would check that, and if it's before, I think you're probably
I'm
boned.
too late.
It would be a risk.
Because in my head, I really want to do it, but then also that alone, those two items, a bed rack and a roof tent, that's $1,600.
Jesus Christ! What's going on? Did you win the lottery?
No.
What are you doing?
I feel like this is where I start going into debt.
Are you retail therapying?
This is where I go into debt.
Yeah.
Because, like, if I didn't start this gigantic garage overhaul, I probably would have.
Okay.
But now that I did, I'm withholding, but I still really want it.
You want it, yeah. And the money is there. That's tomorrow Colby's problem.
Right. I could liquidate some Bitcoin.
You have Bitcoin?
I got a little bit.
You have a whole coin or no?
No. A whole coin is $100,000. I have whatever $2,300 is out of that. 2.3%.
Dude, that's
I have
not worth it.
2.3% of a coin.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Bitcoin's gonna go to the moon, man.
A moon?
Yeah, this is
what even is the moon anymore?
Like the guy who bought a Pizza Hut pizza with Bitcoin back in the day is shitting his pants out of shame right now.
Yeah.
You don't want to be here in 20 years and be like, yeah, I spent my Bitcoin on a roof tent.
Everyone thought that 100,000 was the peak, and it seems to be for now.
It's not. It's going to get bigger, dude, because the economies are going to collapse.
I mean, if World War III starts, it would probably go there quicker.
That's what I'm saying.
My grandpa, gives me money every time for my birthday and Christmas.
Yeah, you should ask him for 1 Bitcoin.
No, he started to give me silver.
Oh my God. Mm-hmm. That is another layer of wealth that we're just not going to understand.
Yeah, he's just starting to give away silver because he's like, the economy is going to collapse and you need some actual, currency.
I don't understand that. My son talked to me about people buying gold. He's like, people are telling everybody to buy gold now instead of money. And I'm like, what are you going to do with that?
Well, if you say our economy collapses.
Right.
Not the entire world.
Right.
But our economy.
Right.
Then you could theoretically take that gold somewhere else, convert the gold
into
going? Their currency.
Where are you going?
No. Me?
Yeah.
Nowhere. Probably Canada.
How are you getting there?
Truck.
How are you getting there? How are you going to fill up your tank? You don't have any money.
Truck.
Because you got gold. You going to throw the gold at the gas tank?
I will shoot people for gas.
You're not. That's murder.
Not in a
the economy collapse, not society.
That would lead to a societal collapse.
Also, if you can go to Canada, you don't need to go there to get silver. Just go to Canada and just live there because their society didn't collapse. People are getting shot over gasoline.
Yeah, but when I get there, I would need to have currency in their currency.
And then you use silver.
Yeah.
Okay.
Last of Us rules. If they're in my way, I'm shooting.
I mean, to be honest, I would like to preface, we're both dead.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, let's say that we're not somehow.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay here because there are no rules.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't need money. I got no rules. I don't have to pay rent.
Because there are going to be rules.
Dead.
And then you're just going to have to wait in really long lines for, your stipend, your pension of food.
Just going to kill that guy and take his food.
No, you can't because then they'll just shoot you.
Then I'm dead.
Yep, fair point.
I don't want to wait in a line. Wouldn't you rather be dead than wait in a line for food?
No.
No? You want to live through that? No, you don't need to. No. You're driving to Canada with your silver.
Yeah, I'm driving to Canada. Okay. It's way too early to end the show, and I have to pee because I'm a piece of shit. So, uno momento, por favor. I love
an hour and a half. Goodbye. Pee in an hour and a half in.
I didn't pee before the show, ass.
He is on his 3rd beer. Okay, also chat. Look at this. Look at this. Hold on. Let me show you this. Before he gets back down here. Okay. All right. This is organic, sparkling water, cucumber melon flavored. You want to talk about a man who's silently wealthy and doesn't want anyone to know. The man has hordes of silver. He drives a Toyota Tacoma. He's redoing his entire garage, his detached garage that he parks his motorcycle in, two vehicle home. Okay. And he's drinking organic LaCroix. Look at this man. Stay woke. All right. Now let's all pretend that we weren't just talking about that. All right. Let's talk about something else. Because I don't want him to know that I called him out. Because I'm pretty sure that he hid it back there in the corner on purpose. So we wouldn't see it. Okay. And I'm over here and drinking this Busch Light Lime. And I'm only having 2 of them because I'm obese. And I'm drinking too much beer. I'm going to go out on a boat trip in a month. And I look like a whale. It's all beer. I can't just keep drinking beer. And all I do on Monday and Thursday every week, I drink beer. And I can't stop because it's a societal norm. It's required of me. But Plot, I've been going to the gym more than usual because look at my body and it's not helping. Because it turns out that drinking 3 of these beers, 3 of these beers is an hour on the treadmill. So I gotta do an extra hour at the gym to just undo my beer drinking for this show, in addition to also being fat. It sucks. Yeah, Marcus, it probably is a Korean thing, dude. Family money. Ni hao. You know? I'm over here eating peanut butter out of the jar for dinner. This yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't delete this message. How do I delete it? Come on. There we go.
I checked my vape juice when I was up there.
Oh, yeah? How's it going, man?
It was very low.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Talking shit?
No.
Why don't I believe you?
What do you mean?
Why is your voice?
What are you talking? My voice is not high. My voice is not high at all. Yeah. I don't know what you mean, man. We're not talking anything. Just talking about how fat I am.
Yep.
I'm talking about how social drinking is, It's making me fatter.
Same.
You know, and it's really difficult.
Yeah.
Because like an hour on the treadmill negates like tonight.
Yeah.
You know, we were talking about coffee and the Bible. What are your thoughts on the Bible?
A lie.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
What about coffee? What are your thoughts on coffee?
Pretty good.
Okay.
Helps you poop.
Dude, I haven't had coffee in a long time.
Really?
Yeah, long time. And I was watching a cop show, and you know, cops drink coffee. And like someone pulled it, and I'm like, man, that coffee looks pretty good. And then I was like, maybe I should get some coffee sometime.
And then you just haven't?
Yeah, that was like yesterday or 2 days ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I drink coffee every day.
I used to have a coffee maker, and then I threw it away.
Okay, so here's the thing. When me and Mari used to wake up at the same time, we had a Keurig.
Okay.
And it was really annoying to have to pop a pot in for mine, then pop a pot out, pop another pot in for hers, and then
I get
all
that, yeah.
So then we bought a Mr. Coffee for $20.
Hell yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Worked fantastic.
Yeah.
Except now we can't use it because now we wake up at different times. And it would be cold by the time I went to go drink it.
So now you're
so
back
now
to
we're
the Keurig.
back to the Keurig. Thankfully, we didn't throw it away
Yeah.
because that would have been bad.
Yeah.
There's a hair in my mouth.
Well, you got 15 animals in here, man. That's bound to happen.
I think that's a mustache hair.
Well, you are also an animal.
Yeah.
You know what
We'll
I
give
mean?
you that bad dragon.
Okay, so we talked about garage. We kind of talked about the Tennessee trips or anything else.
You know
like
the
that.
Bible is completely fabricated, right?
I mean, technically it is fabricated because it's written, which means
Yeah.
it didn't exist and then it was fabricated into existence, right?
But the original like Greek translation of it was like highly debated and
By who? Heretics?
That's why there's 15 different versions of the Bible.
Nah, King James is the version. Yeah.
And that one's missing stuff too.
Yeah, like I work with a bunch of Catholics, okay? And like I was raised Southern Baptist, okay? And I was raised that Catholics are evil because
That's so weird.
you guys have extra books of the Bible.
Oh, yeah.
Those books in the Bible for Catholics that aren't there for the Baptists mean that you guys aren't following the true word of God because
Correct.
you have extra books of the Bible.
Yeah.
And you really start to think about that, and it's like, they just made all this up, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, are they just hating because we didn't get those books?
Well, it just got politicized. It
Yeah.
was like whatever was around in the time, then they wanted to make it fit their narrative,
I mean,
just like everything.
But who's the
happening
guy
today.
who's like, these books don't go in here?
Like the guy who knows about the Bible?
Yeah, but who's that guy?
The guy?
I mean, shouldn't God be that guy?
Well, yeah, you would think he would use his divine inspiration to tell people which books are and aren't his
So,
word.
but the Catholics would say that
he
the-
just kind of stopped talking to people, apparently.
Yeah, but didn't the Catholics, like, wouldn't they be like, our Bible's the right one, and then update all the other Bibles?
No.
Like, why does Catholics get more books than the non-Catholics?
Because theoretically, the Catholic Church is the oldest one. But
So
it's not.
shouldn't their Bible be the right one?
Yeah, but it's also gotten updated over time, and it was not put into what its form is now until like about 300 years after Christ died.
But he dies in the Bible, and they write about after that. Like, he's dead in some of the Bible
Right,
books.
yeah. But the Bible itself wasn't a Bible until about 300 years after Jesus.
Well, right, but like at some point, someone was like, "Nah, it's too late. Bible's done."
Yeah,
Like they
you
could have
can't add to it.
theoretically said that like before they wrote Romans, like theoretically, but
Right.
they didn't say that. Romans
Yeah,
got
no.
in somehow.
Like I said, eventually God was just like, "This is all I give humanity. I'm never going to update that again."
And then the Catholics were like, "Hold on a second, we got some more."
Yeah, slavery was like a really big thing back then, and that's why God was like, "You know what? I won't absolutely say it's wrong. You know, I'll even put how to buy slaves properly, how to treat them, when to beat them. I'll put that in there.
That's true.
Because it's of the time. But you know, like
Well, he did say, "Don't kill him," though. In his
He did.
in God's defense, he's like, if you beat your slave too much and they die, that's a crime.
right. But you know, humanity's changed a little bit since then. And
Sure has.
he
They
just-
also said if your woman was on her period, she has to sleep outside.
Yeah, he just hadn't felt like updating it, you know? Like, for him,
Well,
it's just like a long time.
In God's defense, the Catholics tried, and then the Baptists got real mad. So you got that, you know?
I don't know.
Like the Catholics did add some books. Baptists were like, that's heresy.
Yeah, but they're old books.
Well, not old enough, apparently.
They should add some new books.
They should. They should add 50 Shades of Grey in there or
Yep,
something.
throw
dude.
that in there.
Make something readable, you know? If she's cranky, go outside. Sounds like a good idea. God was controversial, but he had some good ideas.
Cranky? Jail. On period? Jail. Says too many words in one sentence, jail.
You know, they also just used to like marry their sisters and brothers. You know, like if you died, I like legally would become Mari's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Like, or I mean, I guess we're not actually brothers, but like, that's how it worked.
I don't have brothers, so she would just be a widow and probably be stoned for it.
Yeah, she'd probably be killed or auctioned off or something. They probably auctioned them.
Yeah.
She'd probably get auctioned. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, could you imagine that? Like, literally. Like, I have 3 siblings, and they're all taken. Okay? Like, imagine my brother Luke died, and now I'm responsible for his girlfriend. Like, that's a bad deal all around.
Yeah.
Like, imagine being the bride, and I know they don't have rights in the Bible or whatever, but, like, imagine being the bride and looking at your brother's family and being like, like...
I'm fucked.
Like I'm marrying all of them, really. You know, like I have to hope that this man doesn't get kicked by a mule. There's a certain part of
that, right? Because I mean, you are not just marrying the person, you're marrying the family. So like,
yeah, but that's not really true because you can just not deal with family.
Yeah,
you know.
But I mean, if they're pretty family oriented, then you can't really avoid it.
Like, does Mari have a sister?
Yeah.
I mean, so if she dies, that's your wife now.
Pass.
Can't?
Pass.
God says it has to be done.
I don't give a shit about God.
Oh my God.
Mother's gonna love hearing me say that.
Well, yeah, she does. We've said worse. Your mom continues to listen. We don't make her. We don't ask her. Marcus was listening. He typed in chat, said you're Korean again. You know, it's just.
I feel like it's a simple thing that got misconstrued over the years of humans being humans.
Yeah, you say whatever you want.
The golden rule is the best thing to come out of the Bible, and that's the only thing that you should really follow from it. And that is the one thing that no Christian follows well enough.
Dude, God didn't care about the Holocaust.
No.
So.
Jews killed Christ. He doesn't like them anymore.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah.
He's holding beef.
But then Ted Cruz the other day, did you see that Ted Cruz
Tucker Carlson he said that we have to, like, love Israel.
Yeah, we have to, because it's in the Bible, because he's Christian.
That is how my parents are. They're pro-Israel because of that reason, because of the Bible. Because it says in the Bible we have to support them.
It's kind of dumb when you think about that.
No.
Israel.
Just don't give thoughts to it.
It's just like one guy who's in charge, and he's a human to where he could be
You're looking
flawed.
at it too small, though, because it's not him.
It is.
No, it's God.
He's making the decisions that are making it really bad and hard to support.
God's in charge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how that works.
So he wants World War III.
No, God has a plan.
What's that?
We don't know. Only God knows his plans.
Okay, so we should just wait until the nuke drops, and then we'll be like, oh, that was God's
That's
plan.
not going to happen. Because God has a plan.
All right.
Yep. That's how it goes. It's verbatim how it goes.
I'm pro stop bombing each other and chill. Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Let's get bombed. How about that?
Let's do it, Chug-a-thon! No, we can't do that. That's your last one.
It is. It is my last one. You want to look at Glass Man?
Yeah, let me see it.
Here, hold on.
Close out all your porn tabs.
No, I don't care about those. Look at that spatial. That's pretty cool, right? The background moves spatially.
Oh, it's a little glitchy.
Yeah, I don't think it's a very high-res photo, but it's pretty cool.
No, because it's like they just don't have smoothing in between the
frames.
taking the information from the gyroscope or whatever. It's cool though.
Yeah.
The 3D effect.
Yeah.
No, you're stupid.
Why?
Why you do this?
What do you mean? Go to the Messages app. That's the best
No,
app.
I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
There it is. That's what you need to do.
What are you doing?
Just fucking bungling your shit up. What do you mean? It looks the same.
Nah, send yourself a text. It's got cool animations. Also, feel it when you type.
Butts and stuff.
See, that feels different when you type.
No,
It's got
doesn't.
haptics. You don't
feels
feel the
same thing.
haptics?
Yeah, I mean, you could turn that on and off.
Oh, I thought that was new.
No.
It must have been off for me by
Yeah,
default.
no, you're stupid.
But see, like it came up, did the glass, like through the thing. That was pretty cool. You know? Music looks good now. Music looks better.
Eat a bag of dicks.
Like the video looks pretty cool.
The keyboard looks better.
Yeah.
It's more simplified. But this is what I did. You need to do that.
Why'd you change it to black and white?
Yeah, because it's the glass.
I don't want this.
You're on the glass.
I was on glass beforehand. This just looks black now.
No, that's just glass. That's the glass feature. It's not the tinted.
Oh, wait, it's like indented or something.
Yeah.
Oh, fancy. Yeah, I kind of hate it, but...
Haptics kill the battery? No, I think the always on display might kill the battery more than haptics do.
My battery is at 74%. All right, I'm fine. Okay.
Dude, my battery.
Right, what's up, Major?
Now, give it. I did have to use my phone as a hotspot today at work because the internet was booty cheeks. So my phone is currently at 23%.
Yeah, I have a charger in my office, so
I did as well. I keep forgetting that this is USB-C now.
Yeah.
I did have that. I just didn't plug it in.
Just magnets and just doo-doots and then charges while I sit there.
I'm not there long enough for me to get things like that.
What about at your house and your desk there?
Yeah, my desk there. Well, no, I don't. I have a phone stand, but it's not like powered or anything.
Like literally wireless charging is so ubiquitous. Like,
have you seen? There's this motherfucker.
Okay.
On YouTube.
Okay.
He is the YouTube version of Johnny Ives. He is a British man who says aluminium.
Okay.
And like, he stole his entire vibe.
Is he bald?
From Johnny Ives. No, he's like
he's white.
30,
though.
40. He's white.
Yeah.
Yeah. His YouTube channel's name, I think, is DIY Perks.
Okay.
This man is dope.
Okay.
As shit.
This is not
smart boy.
I did not expect to turn this
smart boy. I watch his videos every time, even though there is no way in hell I'm making anything I watch him make, but he makes stuff, right?
Right.
And so his latest video was something about wireless power.
Okay.
And so they sell
Tesla.
kits.
Okay.
They sell kits now that take the basic concept of how wireless charging works right now and just make it bigger and expand the magnetic field that sends energy through it to where you can put this like ring basically with a power unit around your desktop if you inlay it into your desktop, which will then create like a dome of energy to where you can power a light, you can power speakers. He made all these different things. He made the light that would be compatible with it, made speakers that were compatible with it, made a monitor that's compatible with it.
So what's the catch?
Well, one, all those things he had to make, they're not offered right now.
Okay.
There's probably not a whole lot of universal like...
But... Can a guy start a company that makes those things?
Absolutely.
So
I think a lot of the things that he does make, he sells rights to the making to companies that will make it eventually. Because some of the things he does is the first time they do that.
Like if you had a desk and all you had to do was plug in the desk.
Yeah,
everything
that's what it is.
You put on the desk becomes charged.
Like I don't know the amperage. I don't know how much power you can put. I don't know if like the more devices you'll connect to it, like the more you need a bigger setup.
Like
kind of thing.
Plotino's talking the way that I'm thinking. It's like... It can't be good for you.
No, yeah, it is. It's about the same amount of magnetic field that comes out of your wireless charger or your phone. It's Wi-Fi signals.
Then why doesn't your whole house have
radiation? That? Well, it's because you haven't had the technology to it yet.
I mean, isn't it going to speed up your heart and your heart's going to pop?
I don't know. I doubt it. I bought stock in a company that's doing it. It's not doing well, but like...
Ooh, what's the name of the company?
I don't remember. The one company I bought was not the company that is making the kit that he had. But I asked ChatGPT, I was like, what's companies that are working in wireless energy? The one I got is Energus.
What's the stock symbol?
Watt. W-A-T-T.
I mean...
If you look at
it's 26 cents is their stock price right now.
Look at the 5-year graph though.
Oh, what happened?
I don't know.
They were at $144 in 2021 and now they're at 29 cents.
Yeah.
That's not great.
No.
How much did you buy?
Like $20 worth.
But that's like 1 million shares.
I have 100 shares, yeah.
Dude, should I buy it right now and we become wealthy one day? Well, no one's going to make any money in the stock market, right?
No. Not anybody like us, no.
Yeah.
I want to get on that level of where people have trained AI bots to penny trade for them.
Yeah.
I saw a video on TikTok of a guy who was like, I made 1,000 this day, I made 800 the next day, I made 1,000 this day. Just
Okay, why don't you do it
everything's
then?
running in the background. It's too much work. I can't figure that out.
What do you mean?
I can run wires through a fucking stud. I understand that. Cut a hole in stud, push wire through stud. I don't understand AI.
You literally cannot be harder than redoing your whole
It
goddamn
absolutely
garage.
can.
It cannot.
All of the things in combined that I'm doing in the garage aren't hard.
Neither is asking ChatGPT
They're
to do
not
things
complicated,
for you, man.
but they're just time consuming.
They're hard.
They're
I can't
not.
do them. I would
could
burn
do.
down my house for sure.
No, I'm asking ChatGPT how to do it, so I won't do that. Probably, maybe, hopefully.
How much money do you need in order to buy penny stocks and stuff?
They're pennies. It's a matter of what you're willing to lose is kind of the thing.
So, like, if I gave ChatGPT $25, and where's that come from? How's ChatGPT access my money?
Oh, I have no idea. I
have
don't
to
think
write
they're
like a-
using ChatGPT. That's what I'm saying. Is they're using AI, but I don't think it's any publicly available. Like you have to download it from GitHub and make it work on your own kind of shit. That's the complexity that I think.
Yeah, side piece. If you own NVIDIA, you're like rich as shit.
Because I'm saying that the guy used AI to do it all autonomously. Like he doesn't need to do anything with it.
Do you own stock in Take-Two,
Oh, it's Take-Two.
the company that owns Rockstar Games? You should buy stock in them, dude.
No.
It's gonna go to the moon.
I own stock in some things,
Yeah.
but not that.
Get Take-Two, bro.
I'm not going to do that. Where's my breakdown of shit I own?
Chat,
I don't
get
even
Take-Two.
know.
I'm telling you, you're gonna double your money. A year from now, you'll be doubled. I'm telling you.
I don't even know how to see the things.
Problem is that I don't. And you have to invest enough for doubling to matter. Like going from $50 to $100 is not significant. Going
Right.
from 500,000 to
Exactly.
$1 million is significant.
Yeah,
but I'm not going to invest $500,000 because I'm poor.
Yep.
I'm not over here drinking organic sparkling water.
I can't tell you what I'm invested in. I don't know how to look at it.
That's okay.
I have Nvidia, I have Meta, I have Micron Technology,
Okay.
I have Apple.
Is that about your dick?
Super microcomputer.
Okay. So just and you have what?
That's in one of them, and then in another one I have, I got Broadcom Incorporated,
Okay, Broadcom.
Nvidia,
Yeah. They make chips.
Vistra.
Okay.
I have Palo Alto Networks,
Okay.
Amazon,
Okay.
Tempest AI, Microsoft, and Alphabet. In another
Oh,
one.
so you're just vesting in like groups.
Oh yeah. I have like I don't know what that is. I couldn't tell you. The ones that I've picked though are I own shares in XYZ, which I believe is the parent company to Square. I think they rebranded like Alphabet.
That is true. Yep. Block Inc.
Yep.
XYZ is something else.
They're not that's their stock.
Oh, is it?
code,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
They're not doing great. I have Arcutis Biotherapeutics.
Okay.
Which was an insider trade knowledge one.
Did that work?
Yeah, I got some insider knowledge from a guy.
No, but hasn't given you
Oh,
any
no,
money.
not at all.
Do you make dividends or anything from these?
Probably.
Like, how's that work?
I don't know. I just put money in and watch stock go up or down.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. But like I see on Twitter, like they're like, if you invest in Lockheed Martin in 2000 or in 1993, and it's just like the graph just goes like this, and it's like your dividends like were like $100,000 like a couple years ago, and I'm like, what is? Do they just mail you that check? Or
well, like I don't know. No, I have not gotten anything like that. It doesn't deposit into my bank account.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to
I think it
figure
would
out.
redeposit into.
They just buy
Robinhood.
more stock?
I don't know.
That can't be.
I have no idea.
I don't know how any of that works. which is
Anyways,
stupid.
Arcutis Biotherapeutics was supposed to be a company that had unlocked like medication through topical ointments.
Ooh.
Because like certain medications can only go so deep into your skin and into your blood.
Sure.
Via topicals, but it was supposed to have new tech to where it can like deep in. And the reason why I invested in it was because I immediately heard beard growth serum.
Jesus Christ.
And that's why
You're
that's
like,
why
I'd be a customer.
Yeah,
so-
exactly. I wanted stock. I thought that was going to be huge.
Okay, listen to this. All right, because you have a 3D printer.
Yep.
Tell me what you think about this new innovation that this guy put out today. Open source, by the way. You can print this. So this is eFlesh. Okay? It is a magnetic touch-sensing cut cell microstructure. All right? And you 3D print it. So, like, I don't know if there's sound or not on this. I don't think there is. But, like, basically, you print this mesh, and it should, at some point, like, when you touch it, it knows that you're touching it. And then with software, you can simulate feeling. So, like, this guy made this, like, to put on robots or for prosthetic limbs. Mm-hmm. And because you can literally put it into, like, Neuralink, and then you have flesh. And he open sourced it, man. Look at this.
I think he just missed out on making a whole lot of money.
Nah, he cares about the earth. You know?
I mean, they already have this tech.
Do they?
Yeah.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Look at that. Could you 3D print that lattice?
Probably.
Can you make me some e-flesh, man?
No.
Can you make me a girlfriend?
Because it's like powered by a Raspberry Pi or some shit. I don't got that.
Okay, what if I do the code? Can you print me the flesh for my girlfriend? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. I'm going to spend the $50 to get a Raspberry Pi that will be my girlfriend's brain. And then you will print me a full woman. That seems like a great deal for me.
You got to also buy the filament.
Nope. You didn't say that. It's too late. I've already clapped my hands. It has begun. The contract has been entered.
No, but you remember that video of like Jeff Bezos having some gloves on, being like, whoa, and then it's moving a robot like behind some glass right in front of him?
Yeah, but he can't feel.
I guarantee he can feel in that.
No, but like if you stabbed the robot, Jeff Bezos doesn't feel that.
I think you would feel it in your finger because I think it just has it on that specific build.
Yeah, David's paws. What if we build a person out of bad dragon parts? You coat it in e-flesh.
You're just sounding like the substance at this point. Like,
yeah, I'm down for that.
No.
Yeah, and then I'll climb out of its back.
This is how the Rat King gets built. From Last of Us, this is just what you do. You just build that thing. And you're just like,
I mean, is it kind of creepy out seeing the e-flesh a little bit?
No,
like no hanky jankies in any form.
Hank, what do you want, man?
You don't feel the heebie-jeebies, the weenie meanies,
no,
the hooba-joobas.
What about
the hanky jankies? You don't feel any of those.
I don't know what these are.
You got fake flesh, and then you can make a Detroit Become Human situation where the people can feel.
So you're thinking that they're going to implement this into a robot's vagina?
No.
And then feel the sex
but
that robot will then have?
Yeah, or I'm thinking
unwillingly with someone else.
Or I'm thinking it's a way to protect the robot from stabbings. Like if you get a slave.
It's a robot.
Yeah, but if you it's expensive. Like you don't want it to be stabbed.
Like it should have coverings that would make it harder to stab.
Well, so should we. But here we are.
Well,
Flesh.
most people don't stab each other.
If you were my slave, I would stab you. Yeah, Happy Juneteenth, by the way.
I feel like that's not what we're doing. Why do you want to do that? Why do you want to treat a robot like a slave?
Robots aren't people. They can't be slaves. They're a tool. Okay? Yeah. But they're multi-million-dollar pieces of equipment that we're going to be renting like Lexuses from a dealership. And your Lexus, you don't want to beat it. But if your slave drops your hot pocket, and there happens to be a knife, you give it a little stab and be like the guy had it before, but if the robot can feel the stabbing, you're going to be less likely to stab it.
Want to program that in. Like all those
You ever seen Blade Runner, man?
All those Boston Dynamic tests, I don't think they want the robot feeling what they're doing to it to make sure that it knows.
But eventually they will. Have you seen Blade Runner? That's what they're going to want. They're going to want Ana de Armas, and they're going to want her to feel.
Well, that's the thing, is that wasn't actually in Blade Runner.
What do you mean?
Like, to have sex with Ana de Armas had to hire a hooker.
Well, that's
and then just
true.
I'm not
talking about sex, man.
You are. What do you mean you're not talking about sex?
You want to bang the robots.
You want to bang the robot.
Any more?
You're thinking skin and heebie-jeebie, ooby-doobies, oogie-winkies. What do you mean? What do you mean, man? What do you mean? Give me one of them. Give me one of them.
What do you mean?
Next.
There are other applications for these robots besides sex. Is sex a primary application? Sure.
The one that was in your head? Yes.
Look, evolutionarily, biologically, that's all we're good for. is sex.
Correct.
That's why we're made. It's why we wear clothes. It's why we shower. It's why we cut our hair. It's so you will bang me. I mean, so you'll bang whoever you're attracted to.
Yeah.
It's the whole idea. It's all sex. Okay? But we also have to go to a job.
Yep. You got to afford sex.
Exactly. So this robot is going to scrub my toilet, and then sure, maybe we'll bang. I want a bang maid. That's
Maybe we'll. And maybe, you know.
maybe if she's tired.
Maybe we'll bang.
We won't. But if she's not tired, then we will.
If she's got a charge, then it's a different story.
I don't need her to charge. She's going to love me. Okay?
No charge.
Oh, like plug her into the
she's
wall?
not gonna get tired.
Oh, it's what extension cords are for, bro.
Yeah, you can bang while charging.
Exactly,
There's
but
no
if I need her to,
qualms about
like,
that.
if she's tired from the toilet cleaning, I need her to be able to feel that so I can tell her.
There's no
hey,
tired, man.
it's okay,
She runs
baby,
off
we'll do
a
it
battery at
tomorrow. But then
100%
that
until it's dead.
destroys the illusion that she's real.
Yeah, it's not real. You're banging a robot.
But if she can feel and she can think,
How close do you think,
yeah,
realistically,
Yeah.
we are to having
robo
a
bang maids?
working
Oh.
autonomous robot?
What do you mean by autonomous?
Like a ChatGPT talking assistant infused, can make its own decisions, decide where it goes, has its own checklist, works out how to do all those in the most
I assume
optimum way.
in an office in Palo Alto, one exists already.
Oh, so you think we're at the point of Deus Machina or whatever?
Yeah.
Ex Machina?
I don't know if she can drive a car,
Yeah.
like that type of stuff, but I believe there is a neckbeard out there. God bless him, who has already programmed.
Billionaire tech guy
that
already has one.
Well, he has employees that have developed human experience down to code and have given that as a prompt to a robot, and robot follows prompt. And I assume that it already exists. Like, it's wild, dude.
Okay, how many years until we see one in person? Not on the internet, in person.
15.
15? I'd say that's fair.
Yeah, I think 15.
I could see 15.
Because we're in Kansas.
Yeah.
You know, like if we went on vacation in New York, we might see one in like a window.
Well, I mean, they technically do already have robots and stuff in, like, Japan.
Right.
So, like...
That do simple tasks, but
Yeah,
they don't
like-
feel conscious.
No, and they're purposefully made to not look humanoid either.
Correct.
Like, well, ish.
But they
it's a
will
robot.
eventually. The
Yeah.
loneliness epidemic is
They're
going to
on
get worse.
wheels.
Yes.
All the robots nowadays
yeah, I have a
are on
robot
wheels.
feed me sushi, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it happens. Its name was Bella. I flirted with it.
That's a cool robot.
It did not talk back to me.
Where's that at?
Umi.
No shit.
Yeah. Yeah, if you go in there and be like, where's Bella? They'll be like, oh, she's in the back. And it's a robot.
She's in the back.
Yeah.
Charging.
Yeah, I don't know if she's charging. She might be working. You're always obsessed with them charging.
I repeat, 5 years, less than 5 years.
It's possible.
Well, it depends what happens in those 5 years.
The loneliness epidemic is a thing.
Do bombs go off in 5 years?
No.
No bombs?
No. Too much money to be made for no bombs.
You would think, but it seems to be getting
Until
heated.
Russia, until China, and until we start carrying Britain, France, no one, like, respectfully, I mean, I know that there's real people there dying. No one cares about Iran. Like, literally, no one cares.
I think people do.
Like, no, I mean the people. Like, the people who run things.
Yeah.
They don't care.
I think they do.
I don't think they
Like,
do.
that's the whole point. But, like, I mean, The Daily Show did a really good job of showing Netanyahu saying that Iran was going to have a nuclear missile in the next few weeks. They did a really good job of showing him say that same thing.
Right, he said it
from
like 10 years ago.
2015 up until now.
Yeah.
So where, like...
And I think we shouldn't be worried because there's too much money to be made
is it
to
concerning...
destroy economies.
Is it concerning that everyone... It's always a new thing, and like me... Like, I thought it was Trump when he got elected.
'Kay.
Now I think it's this Iran-Israel shit. It's like every new thing that's like, oh my God, here it is. Why do you think people are so actively looking for the end of the world?
Because the world sucks.
It's not great, right?
Also, I think you're in an echo chamber. I think the majority of people don't.
They don't really see all the...
I think you're in the
Shit.
news. I think you are scared not scared, but like you hear people that are concerned because
Yeah.
you watch media where they interview people who are
I'm
concerned.
saying, like, I can absolutely give you that my TikTok algorithm knows what I like to watch. But there have been specifically times where I have just immediately swiped past anything political just to get
right,
the
but
funny
you still
shit.
watch ABC News every morning.
And it knows that I watch ABC
I'm
News
sure
every
it
morning?
knows everything, yeah. You ever go into ABC News on your computer?
No.
You ever looked at a link on your phone?
No.
Are you lying?
No.
I don't believe you.
The only thing I watch is my Apple TV, YouTube, live streaming, NBC.
All right, well, I mean, it still probably knows that. Cookies, they follow you, man.
Yeah, no, fair.
Cookies know.
But I'm saying I feel like that a lot of these videos are getting huge views.
Right.
Meaning that it's not just people like me
What's
that are
huge?
seeing it. Millions.
What's millions?
Millions.
I mean, like, if 15 people watch F1...
It's more than me seeing it.
Well, right, but 15 million people watch F1 races, and I bet you can't name 4 drivers.
Nando.
It's close, but
Lando Norris.
that's it. You
Yeah,
got
there
it,
was an
okay?
N there.
All right,
Max Verstappen.
okay. Those are 2 big ones. There's another big one that you're forgetting.
No.
The only black guy. On Juneteenth, you're going to forget Lewis Hamilton?
Yep. No.
Wow.
Porsche.
Porsche is not part of F1. That's my point, though. It's like 15 million people.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Ferrari? It's Ferrari.
Ferrari is a team.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
That's why I was confusing the Italian brands.
Porsche's German, but
Damn it.
point is that there's a lot of people on Earth.
Porsche's German?
Porsche is owned by Volkswagen.
Is there another one in another supercar brand in Italy that I'm mistaken it for?
Lamborghini,
That's it.
Ferrari, Bugatti, Mussolini,
Rigatoni.
pepperoni, lasagna?
Spaghetti.
Look, it's because number big doesn't mean a lot of people know. It just means there's a lot of Colbys
Like a
out
lot
there.
of people are concerned.
There are. I'm not saying there's not a lot of people concerned. I'm saying the majority of people just go about their day.
Majority, though?
They go about their day.
I don't know, man.
Bugatti.
You
was
might be
French.
right.
How dare they have a name like Bugatti?
You might be right. I might be, but then I also might be right.
Like, you go to Target and you look around at people, do they look concerned about the end of the world, or are they just buying shampoo?
No, because no one actively thinks it's ending because
Yeah.
we've only been used to it not ending.
But don't you think in World War II
Just
people
like
were
you
concerned?
say.
Like, I grew
It's
up,
like
we
you-
did bomb shelter
Everything
drills.
keeps happening. You're like, do I have to go to work tomorrow? Yeah. What happens on the day when you don't? Because it's fucked.
I still will. The only day I don't go to work is because I'm dead. Or my work got exploded.
No.
You need money.
I'm just saying, I feel like it's a weird situation to where people are actively way more heightened on the alert to look out for the end of the world.
Nah.
It's just weird.
Because are you doing any prep?
Me?
Yeah.
I built a new door. Can withstand a kick in now.
I can go to your back door, kick that one in.
You could, but
Yeah.
there's a fence in the way that you got to get through.
Oh,
it
no.
It won't be hard.
Yeah, it's a fence.
I pushed it open the other day.
Also, if I'm in here to kill you and steal all your things, which is I assume why I'm breaking into your home,
No, it's because it's the end of the world and you're just doing it to riot.
I'm not going to riot into your home at the end of the world.
Well, yeah, not you, but I'm just saying.
No,
people
no
would.
one will. No, go to Best Buy. No one comes to your house.
I'm not in the rich neighborhood. You're right.
We're in the Last of Us situation before we're looting your home, where the hospitals are gone, the police are gone, there's no more iPads. That's when I'm coming into your home.
No, that is an excellent point. Is like you were absolutely right when we were talking about the Canada thing, and you're
Yeah.
like, "How are you getting to Canada? How are you getting gas?" And I'm like, those are the places that are going to get fucked.
Yeah.
That's why people get fucked
Yeah,
in apocalyptic
if you're not
situations.
Far Cry 5 prepper stashing right now, you're not really scared.
Yeah.
Like, it's concerning. I think everyone's concerned anytime the world's at war, but there's literally not been the world at war since I've been alive, and I turn 38 next week. It's like, Yeah, and Iran apparently had nukes, or maybe they don't. That's really it.
Well, okay, so here's the level of events of watching daily. I literally watch the news.
Yeah.
Like the morning news for about 30 minutes every single fucking weekday, okay?
Yeah, we know.
This is the lead up to this Iran situation
Uh-huh.
was that they had one story on Monday, last Monday,
Right.
before the weekend, because Trump was supposed to have talks with Iran about forming a deal about how they
Yeah.
can progress into nuclear power without getting nuclear weapons.
You talked about this on the show last week.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Yeah, that's
between
why we had
Thursday-
the thumbnail of it blowing up.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then the day after, it blew the fuck up.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. You kind of caused it.
Yeah.
It might have been your
I'll
fault.
take that credit. That's the thing. Is just like they were going to talk about forming a new deal to where we could like oversee to make sure that they weren't building a nuclear weapon. And then all of a sudden, Israel was just like, well, fuck you, Nat.
Just a bug, dude.
Fucking Nat.
No one can see that on camera. It's fine.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Israel was just like, all right, we're just gonna no more.
Well, they
no more
targeted
talking.
their nuke strike
Yeah.
or their nuclear plants, yeah. And then Iran shot a bunch of missiles back, and then
I heard from
shot
a
a bunch of missiles
I heard
back.
from a sniper in the U.S. military.
Oh, yeah? Did he text you or
today.
something?
No, on TikTok.
Oh, yeah, I'm okay.
That their nuclear bunker is deeper underground than what our bunker buster missiles
Sure
can
they are.
actually hit. So it's either we nuke them or we put boots on the ground or something.
Yeah, see, that's why the fear mongering is out of control because we're not going to nuke them.
Well, see, that's the thing is I can recognize that video as being stupid.
It is cool that VO3 has snipers now, though.
VO3.
Yeah, the AI, because that video's fake. You get it? Can we go back to the girlfriend that I can bang that you're going to build
Sure.
me?
Yeah.
You're going to do it.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm too busy insulating a garage.
Well, yeah, but you'll be done with that by the time I get the Raspberry Pi up and going.
Will I be done with that before World War III starts? That's a better question.
What do you think would be the hardest part about building a fake girlfriend? It's the face, right? To get the face to be realistic.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like all the parts and everything that like you
I
want.
think everything is hard.
Yeah, but like you are like right now we're conversing. If you were a robot, your face not syncing up with what's happening in your brain, I'm gonna notice as another human being. Yeah, exactly.
What do you mean?
Yeah, like that's gonna be tough. I think that would be the hardest thing.
Well, I mean, you've seen that one weird fucking face that they've tried to do
Yes,
before, right?
I sure have. Well, and
It's pretty
Silicon
bad.
Valley had one
Yeah,
like
it's
that
pretty
too.
bad.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know, man.
I think the best thing that you can do is employ the Pixar effect, where you make it humanoid but not realistic.
Or
Because you've seen, I think we watched it on the show, the fucking the new animatronics for Disney fucking rides and shit.
Yeah.
Like Moana, like a live action robot of Moana looks like the fucking animated movie.
well, right, and that makes sense.
It's like, we can do it. It's just a matter of programming the moves to apply to the new
Right, but she
input
can
of
only say certain
voice.
things.
Right,
and
like
do
they
certain
program
things,
that to do a specific thing.
Correct.
But like how, like that's just software.
Yeah.
And processing speed, which is the two things that we're ramping up faster than anything else.
Okay, so if we're building robot girlfriend,
Right, yeah,
Okay.
you could fuck Moana tomorrow.
well, okay, you promise? But also, let's go with her, the movie. Okay,
Sure.
because we're basically at the point where her's a thing.
It's pretty dang close.
Okay. So the problem is you want to be physical with your robot because
Correct.
as long as she's not physical, you realize this isn't a person.
Yeah.
So you take the E-flesh and you build hands, you build
No.
the pelvis area, and then you can touch it and she doesn't have to be there, but she can feel you.
Yeah, but
That might be enough.
Then you got a programmer to know what the sensor reading on it means to actually feel.
Well, that's true. But
That's the only
I feel like
break, I
that's
think.
I feel like that's easier to do than go full Detroit Become Human.
Yeah, I don't think you can because it's never going to be the same. How do you program?
Don't say never, dude.
How do you program touch?
The people out there will figure it out. But like if
don't know.
if I'm alone in my bedroom and I'm in love
I think
with
you
an
can
AI,
program. No, it's the same thing as the voice and everything like that. You can program. Like a pressure sensor, you know, it's like if I press this
Right.
hard,
It's gonna know.
it's just a little touch. But if I fucking hit, then she can know, like, oh, wow, that's violent. But that's not the same thing as knowing what touch is. Just like it's not the same thing as conversation.
That's the debate with AI, is how does it know what anything is? You know, it can, but the lie is good enough. I don't need my fake girlfriend.
Right.
Like me personally, let's take me, I am the target audience now. Not me, I'm not Seth. I'm now the target audience, okay?
Sure.
If I'm Joaquin Phoenix and her, having a hand to hold where she says this is nice, even though she can't feel.
How are you holding that hand?
It's a physical hand with e-flesh.
Okay.
And
but you're just holding it in thin air?
No, it's a real hand.
Right. But
it's just attached to something.
Okay.
It's just a hand.
So a wire is coming out of this hand. You're just holding the hand.
Or it's wireless and it's got like Bluetooth on the back.
Okay.
You know, it's a stub hand. Okay? I don't think you need a full body for you to really, if you're already in love with a digital object, I think it's easy enough to suspend disbelief enough to think that this hand is attached to my digital wife. You got it. And like, then you could just buy parts to this robot. Like you could buy both hands, you could buy David's foot. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like you could start modularly building your girlfriend. And then you leave the face out of it, because you don't need to see her face, you just need to hear her voice and hear her reactions, and then you can touch the important touch points of a human.
I think that's a middle ground, sure.
But
I think that's in between now
5
and
years?
real AI girlfriends,
5 years.
I don't know. I think it's going to be a gimmick. I feel like there will be people that buy it and use it and like it, but I don't think that it would be, like, it's not the...
Well, it's not going to be popular.
Yeah.
I mean, there's people buying David's paw.
Right. It's going to be that. You're going to get the one in the every 5 million.
Could I buy one and make her watch our show?
I think you could probably do that now. You already do it to ChatGPT.
I do make... You know what I've started doing for descriptions? So I literally used to sit down and scrub through our 4 hours of show and write a description. It takes too long.
Yeah.
So now I use AI to transcribe our show. I save that as a text document, upload it to ChatGPT, and tell it to give me a description of what we talk about. And it's just as good, if not better, than what I wrote. And it's so much faster.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's comprehensive. It does everything we've talked about.
It's very problematic. I noticed it today of how, like, I rely on it.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, not only in my design sphere of getting ridiculous prompts that I need to do that I don't want to spend the time doing, and that ChatGPT can do in 20 seconds.
You can ask it to write you prompts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, that alone is huge.
Yeah.
But then into my actual, like, personal life of just, like, I asked it...
You're rebuilding a garage with it.
My wrist hurts. I don't know if you noticed whatever the fuck this is.
I thought you were Wolverine in it, man. Cool wristband.
No, this is a wristband because my wrist is hurt ever since I fell on that stupid fucking bike. And I was like, what type of pain is this?
Yeah.
Because, like, last night, I'm pretty sure I slept, like, on my side. This arm was up, and this arm was right here, and my wrist was cocked.
Have you gone to a doctor?
Laying on it. And I woke up, and it wouldn't move. It was stuck.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Sounds not good. Have
Yeah.
you gone to a doctor?
No.
Probably should do that.
No.
Okay. Yeah, just put some fabric around it, man. That'll heal it.
Yeah, it's compression.
I'm just saying Megan Thee Stallion is going to be on tonight's episode of Love Island, and I don't know how to act. Is there?
Yeah, we have to end by 8, just FYI.
Because she's watching Love Island?
Yeah, we need to watch Love Island. We're watching Love Island.
So you can end early for your shows, but when the NBA Finals are going on, we're going to do a 6-hour show.
I don't care about that. State your case, man.
About what?
In the show.
No,
you don't got to get my approval to end the show. You have the buttons.
I literally am in your house.
Yeah, but you don't need my permission to end or leave. You're just be like, I'm done. Click. Start playing Headspin. All right. Bye-bye, everybody.
We actually don't have anything else to talk about. I mean, there's literally nothing to talk about.
This is a very short list.
I mean, there's the Naked Gun 2 trailer came out, and that's the only trailer. I've never had that. Like, usually there's at least 17 shitty movies that we never want to watch. It's crazy to me how little has gone on, but also how much has gone. We should wait till tomorrow. I'm just more shocked that she's going to stay up late.
Wait till tomorrow to watch it. Why?
She's got to work in the morning.
No.
We're not talking about Karen Reed. I know she was found not guilty. I saw it. Also, she's kind of hot. I saw a picture of her. And I'm like, how do Boston cops just land these people? Aren't Boston cops like the worst people on the planet? Like,
Yeah, like historically, probably one of the worst.
Yeah.
Law enforcement.
and then she's like a
divisions.
15 out of 10. The girl, like Karen Reed, or whatever her name is. No? I just saw one picture. I could be wrong.
Guaranteed she didn't look like that before she got all famous.
What do you think they made her up? You know?
Yeah, that's
Watch
her
out! A
whole
cop got
point.
fired for saying she's hot.
Yeah, he did. Well, kind of.
Really?
The lead investigator on the case, was texting his buddy, going through her phone, no nudes yet. And then he got fired for that. Which is fair.
I don't know if it is. Is that fair? I don't know.
Well, I mean, he also fucked up this investigation. This is why she didn't get arrested. It's because they bungled this investigation like crazy.
Well, also she didn't do it.
Maybe.
I mean, it's pretty cut and dry. I thought.
I don't know.
If only-
I don't really like the conspiracy theory that they alleged is far fucking fetched. But there's a lot of evidence to support it, but it's still far fetched.
She killed a cop, right?
The
Her boyfriend was a cop.
easier explanation of what happened was she ran into him and didn't realize she did. He got hurt enough to where he fell down and possibly passed out and then died from cold.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure I could be wrong.
No, don't yell at her.
She
She's
would
dying up
know
there.
more than me. I don't know I think he died from blunt force trauma, which
But he
could
was,
have been
but he
getting
was
hit
a
by
cop,
the car.
right?
Could have been from falling down on ice on the ground.
But he was a cop.
Yes, he was a cop.
Who cares? You know.
Yeah, the cuts on his arm did not look like he got hit by a car. It looked like he got mauled by a dog.
Well, there you go. Dog killed him.
Well, and the dog was there, and then they got rid of the dog before the investigation.
Like the police did.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's why they blamed the police for
where
killing
he
him.
died. He was at the house of other Boston
Right,
PD
right.
officers, and the guy in the house got rid of his phone before the cops could take it and search it for evidence. He got rid of his dog before they could fucking DNA trace it compared to what's on John O'Keefe's
His
arms.
the
the
alleged
homeowner's
murder.
dogs.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of fucking sketchy shit about it. And the police just took evidence in Solo cups, put it in brown paper bags.
Yeah.
Like his blood was in a plastic
They had
Solo
a blood
cup.
bag. Like It's Always Sunny. They had a bucket of blood.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
It was absolutely ridiculous.
Did they find nudes
investigation.
or not though?
No, he said no nudes yet.
That's definitely like reason that it was probably a fake investigation.
I don't know. Do I think that the verdict was absolutely fair? Absolutely, because they just didn't
Why
do
do
a
you
good
know
job.
so much about this? Osmosis?
Why do you think?
Okay.
Why do you think?
Yeah. You know how much joy I get from not letting her explain this and having to listen.
No, I like
To you
They
explain
didn't
it?
prove it was her beyond a reasonable doubt. They
Right.
did not do that.
Also, she probably didn't do it.
There's just too many weird things about it.
Yeah. So, she gonna start an OnlyFans? You think? Yes or no? Like, if you were her, wouldn't
Well,
you capitalize on this?
So here's the thing: is she got found not guilty. She got found guilty for driving under the influence.
Okay, whoop-de-doo. It's
the
Boston.
It's the most expensive DUI court case ever in existence.
Okay.
She did not get found guilty of murder criminally, but the civil suit that the family is waging on her could definitely.
Oh, so she's not done yet.
No, she's going through a civil suit, but she's not going to jail.
Don't
she
you
just might
think-
have to pay money.
Don't you think that the Haktua girl not doing an OnlyFans is one of the biggest fumbles of all time?
I think she found a way to capitalize on it without getting naked.
Yeah, but her podcast also got her canceled. Mm-hmm. Like,
No. Her fucking rug pull of a Bitcoin move got her canceled.
well, yeah, but that's from her podcast.
I mean, she promoted on it.
Yeah.
She didn't have to do
Yeah.
that.
She's literally famous from talking about spitting on a dude during blowjobs. And then she turned that into a podcast that then got her canceled.
Yeah, well, okay, fair. The sexual connotation as to why she got famous in the first place would have led perfectly into
That's what
an
I'm saying.
OnlyFans account.
That's what I'm saying. And I get that she had
Makes sense.
she didn't have anyone in her ear telling her, "You're not smart enough, honey, for a podcast."
Yeah,
You know?
it was really bad.
Because she's gone. I feel bad for her.
No, I don't.
She gave a ton of money to animal shelters and stuff,
Give a
dude.
shit.
care
She's
about
also
these
rich
ducks.
as fuck. She's a millionaire now. You know that. She's a millionaire. So I think she's fine.
Is she?
I really hope so. Some people don't need a podcast.
Yeah, I agree.
Some people just don't.
I agree, but we keep trying anyway.
Yeah,
well, I
we're
mean,
here.
we would do an OnlyFans if people would pay for it. No, you wouldn't do it? You're telling me that if you could take your clothes off for $5 million a year, you wouldn't do it. Think of all the woodworking you could
I mean,
do.
$5 million. There's no one. This is an outlandish situation because there's no way I'm making $5 million a year.
What
If
what
it
is
was
it? What about
theoretically possible,
Yeah.
for me to make $5 million a year off of selling my body's pictures,
Yeah.
and videos,
Yeah.
yeah, I would probably do it.
What's the low? What about 1 mil?
I would do that.
500K.
Do that.
Okay. 250?
Possible.
Not 100 though.
Probable.
So I can't tell if you're being serious. You tell.
This is an office skit. Do you remember that?
I do. Now that you mention that, he's interviewing Dwight.
Yeah.
I don't remember what about. Like
It's
fighting
Jim
a
and
bear or
Dwight for something, yeah, like some stupid thing. But he just every number, he just is like, yeah, I could say that.
I can't remember.
Dude, I'd take $20K a year at this point.
Not for naked.
Mm-hmm.
No, because it could impact your other career.
No, who's paying for my OnlyFans that I know that?
It's not about paying. It's just about the fact that you have one.
No one would know
They'd find out
how.
because they'd search for it. Same reason guys gonna know David's paws in your office.
Yeah, but I'm not going by my full name on OnlyFans. I'm going by
That's probably for the best.
bare knuckled David's paw.
Oh hell yeah, bare knuckle, dude.
Right up in
right up there, raw dog and David's
the
paw.
bare knuckle.
That's the title of the show. No one's gonna know what that means. It's gonna be horrific. Yeah, I mean, it would have to be an ungodly amount of money because think about people are gonna find out. No. Yeah, because when you make that much money, you're kind of famous, and like someone's gonna know. Someone in your friend
I
group
think
is gonna know.
eventually, like, yeah, say you're really successful at it, which I feel like a lot of OnlyFans models aren't.
Agreed.
I feel like you could definitely have an OnlyFans career and make
But
marginal
it's not
money.
about
to where you're
random
not-
bosses knowing. It's about
Right, yeah, friends,
two
family
friends
stuff.
over
Yeah.
knowing about
Right,
it.
right,
Yes, that would be.
And then the possibility that they were like, I'm curious.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And you'd have to live with knowing that everyone has looked at you naked.
Yeah.
You know, and I think it
I
takes
don't personally love that in the moment, but I feel like that's something that you grow accustomed to after you
You
do
would
it.
probably get really used to it.
Yeah.
You just don't care anymore.
Yeah, you're just
like, I mean, that's part of
just
why
something.
I'm good at this because I've done it for so long.
Because, like,
I'm not
in
I'm a monkey
theory,
in a box. I don't
if
care
any
anymore.
of the people I worked with found this podcast and watched it and liked it, like my work liked one of our Instagram posts, that was concerning.
No, they all know. I've told them all.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Like, I literally told your boss today that I have to leave early because I'm doing our show.
No, I don't like that.
No
at
one
all.
cares, dude.
Good. They shouldn't.
No.
That should be the accurate response
Yeah.
to what this is.
Yeah.
Is you shouldn't give a
Yeah,
shit.
no one cares. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and they should. I mean, it's 2020. Everyone has a podcast.
Yeah, that's fair.
Everyone does. No one cares.
You think, in hindsight, the guy who fired me
Yeah.
for having a podcast,
Yeah.
do you think he would if that happened today?
No. No, I don't think so. No. You also got punished for bad mouthing customers.
I didn't. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Bad mouthing no one. I
You
didn't
mentioned that a
specify
customer
fucking
exists.
name.
I'm pretty sure wasn't that customer T-Mobile?
Yeah,
That's not even a customer. That's a conglomeration.
right. But I never mentioned my last name
Yeah.
or
Who you work
where
for.
I worked.
Yeah. No. Like, no one's gonna figure it out. It's T-Mobile. Yeah. What? Hey. Heck you, T-Mobile, and for good measure, AT&T, Verizon, Apple, Amazon, Microsoft. What's some more corporations I can badmouth? Google,
Enron.
Enron.
Yeah,
Enron's-
Lehman Brothers.
Just naming companies that went out of business.
Walmart.
Nvidia, heck you, Nvidia. Send me a 5090, cowards. Otherwise, I will continue to taunt you. Got him, dude.
I could use one of those too.
I mean, if I could make $5,000 a month on OnlyFans, I would do it.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh yeah. Why not?
100%. I mean, that's only like $60K a year, but it's enough to quit your job and you just go about your life. Like, you would literally just need to rebuild your shed, but
Yep.
just do it with no shirt,
Yep.
which I think would probably be not good when you're dealing with fiberglass, but
Well, if you take it, fiber one,
yeah.
fair point. You're very accurate. Dalton and I went to Home Depot to buy all the fucking fiberglass insulation.
Yeah.
There's an old guy behind us in checkout line. We checked out. We were literally walking out the store. He had plenty of time to accost us before that, but he literally did it when we were walking out. And he's like, "You're in for an itchy day." And it's like,
why would he say that to you?
Because he's an asshole.
You should have thrown it at him.
Well, because insulation used to be itchy, but like new fiberglass, it is a little, but not like that bad. You take a shower, it's gone.
You should have thrown it at him.
If they were heavy, he would have gone to the ground.
Even better.
I bought the big old bags. This thing weighed fucking 50
You ever given
pounds.
money to an OnlyFans model?
Yeah, once or twice. Because I found them on Instagram first, and then they had it, and I was like,
Is it someone you knew or just someone you liked?
no, I don't
Just
know
someone.
anybody.
Any girl in my life who I have met personally, either a lot or a little, I would probably spend $50 to $100 a month on their OnlyFans.
That's a lot of money, man.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
So if any girls that I know are hearing my voice and you want $100, you know what to do.
Start at 10.
No, I want to be honest with them. Well, okay, they have to post, right? Like, I'm not paying $100 for one picture. Like, but I will spend $20 every week.
See, now you're adding to it. And
Oh, I have to make them, they have to do their job? Yeah. I would give $20 a week for one video or picture.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a degenerate. You know?
You have a very specific kink.
That's my kink. Well, it's not people I know. It is people I know, but that sounds creepier than what it is. Because it's not literally like, I feel like I'm looking in their house with binoculars, but like.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, you have the sense of, like, other people exist. Like, Jon Stewart, in my mind, exists.
Right.
But I don't really know he
Right.
exists because I've only seen him.
Yeah, and he
on
doesn't
TV.
know you exist.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
So wait, is the kink that they might know you exist, or that you know that they actually do
I
exist?
think if I was to talk to a psychiatrist, I think the kink is that I get validation by giving them money, which then validates my existence to this person.
That's concerning.
And I think that's really what it is.
That's more concerning than what I thought it was. You should really address
Which was
that.
just purely sexual.
Well, yeah, I just thought it was a kink of that you knew them and that they could possibly know you.
No.
But no, it's that you're giving them something?
Yeah. Like they appreciate me being in their life. Like they could use that $20.
That's...
You know, and I'm happy to give them that $20. I get something in return that I do enjoy.
I feel like out of all the things that I've ever
yeah.
heard you say,
Yeah.
that's the most toxic.
What do you mean?
That's toxic.
That's why I want to
as
do it to
shit,
people that I
dude.
know, because if I give $20 to a random internet lady, I don't get any satisfaction.
Yeah, no, that's concerning.
Why?
That's legitimately
That one's the worst
concerning.
one? I
Yeah.
see ghosts at night.
No, that's fine.
Oh, you're past that one now?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're there. I made a thumbnail about it.
You're not concerned at all
joke.
that I know myself well enough to know these are my problems, but do nothing to change it?
I think that is also concerning.
Yeah, that's what concerns me.
Yeah.
Is that I don't need therapy, but I desperately need it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know what a therapist would tell me. And I go about my day and make my decisions knowing that.
Well,
And
yeah,
just
because
continue
I
on.
do feel
Yeah.
like that you are a person who thinks that you're the smartest guy in the room.
I am the smartest guy in the room.
Yeah, not in this case. If you went to a therapist, you
definitely-
wouldn't be, and
No,
I think
I
that scares you, and that's why you haven't done it.
No, I don't think it. First of all, I don't think I'd be smarter than a therapist. I've done therapy before, and it's always been very helpful, and I've learned things that I didn't know before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I don't think that I would learn enough to justify how much therapist costs. Like, the feeling that I get, I would rather just get from giving $20 to ladies on OnlyFans. That's none of your business, but no.
Well, then it wouldn't cost as much as you would think.
What do you mean? I don't have health insurance.
Right. But if you did, then it wouldn't cost
Yeah,
that
I don't
much.
want health insurance because I want to get in a car accident and then have my DNR kick in.
Jesus Christ.
You know? What do you mean? All right. Don't ask questions you don't know the answer to, man.
That's not even that toxic. That's just sad.
sad. It's like I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Is what you just threw at me. That's what that was right there. I love that. 8 o'clock. We have to end
Yep.
for Love Island.
Yep.
What is Love Island?
To show.
Thanks, man. Appreciate your insight on what that is. Can you give me any detail?
Like, think of like Survivor,
Okay.
except they're all stuck in one really nice villa in Fiji. and their whole goal is to, I want to say find a connection, like between like couples.
So it's a bachelor.
Yeah, but it's like it's group dynamic.
Okay, so there's not one person picking. It's
Correct.
everybody has
Yes.
a smorgasbord to pick
Equal
from.
amounts, male and woman.
Okay.
And
Are
then
they all hot? Are there any uggos in there? Okay.
Then they interject like an odd number of man to woman, and then that's what comes down to the vote off kind of aspect of it.
Oh, so like there's 9 men but 8 women, so one man's got to go.
Correct, because the whole goal is to couple up.
Do the men pick,
And you
or do the
have to
women pick,
couple up.
or is it a group pick?
It vice versa. It alternates.
So the women pick for the men to leave, or the men pick the men to leave.
No. You pick who you want to be in a couple with, and then whoever's left that didn't.
Oh,
get
it's like
picked,
that's
they
fucked
get off.
up.
Yeah, it really is.
Oh, that's really bad.
It's psychological as shit. And
Oh,
it's
yeah,
really
that's
fun to talk shit on
horrific.
these terrible people. But here's the kicker.
How come you and Mari don't do a Love Island after watch podcast?
Because here's the kicker.
Okay.
There's a new episode every day.
What, you got plans?
Yeah.
People who watch TV shows every day.
We just
don't have
kind of
plans.
like to watch it, and then
You don't want to turn everything that you
No,
enjoy into work.
Exactly.
Okay, that's another problem.
Yeah, no. There's a new episode every single day,
Set
other
up, Papa.
than Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Is it live?
No,
Okay.
it's like
But tonight's
day.
premiere.
What premieres tonight happened yesterday,
Wow.
or in between. Well, since yesterday
When
was
did it
Wednesday.
start? Is this episode 4?
Love Island.
No. Like this season. This group of people on
this
Fiji.
one?
How long have you been watching these
I
people?
think they've been there for 3. I think this is the end of the 3rd week.
So you've been watching this every night for 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Why is this the first night where we got to end?
Oh, I don't know.
We've definitely gone past 8 o'clock other nights.
Yeah, but now it's getting heated and there's more drama to it.
How many
because
people are
at the
left?
start? It's always like they've only known each other for a week.
Well,
How
and you can
serious is
pick
this?
people out that are going to go
right.
too, yeah.
Well, and that's the thing is because new people come in, old people leave, so it's always like an act of like number of people there.
What?
Yeah.
It doesn't dwindle down to like one.
No. I think it does eventually.
Like if you find love, you
like
get to
currently,
leave.
I think there's 12 in total.
Okay.
That might dwindle down. I don't really remember, but at the end, you get to like 3 couples that there's a voting mechanic to it as well. To people vote as to who should win the show.
Yeah, when do they fight to the death? Does that ever happen? Is there ever a death fight?
I mean, there's a show called Love Island Games where they do a bunch of games and then they fuck.
is this a
after.
British show?
It was originally a British show. Now
there any
we watch
nudity?
Love Island USA. No. There's a lot of sexual. At this point in the fucking show, if it wasn't on goddamn Peacock, it should be.
Is it on
'Cause
NBC or Peacock?
They do everything but nudity.
Do they bleep bad words?
No.
Do they say the F words?
Yeah.
So they can have nudity. They just choose not to.
Yeah.
Okay.
At this point, dude, I'm just like, you might as well throw it in because it's just, it's egregious at this point. People can goon to what's out there now. Might
Yeah.
as well just do the fucking full bore.
I don't get it, man.
But maybe then you wouldn't draw the people that want to be on the show. I don't fucking.
Well, you're just edging the entire.
Well, no, because like everyone last season blew up, and I don't know why it did. I think it was the election. I think people just wanted a fucking release.
Okay.
And it was a daily. Here's the thing I'm gonna watch tonight, kind of thing. Last season blew up, and so every single person of last season has like commercials, brand deals. They're doing other shows. They've gotten famous, especially TikTok famous.
Is
and
Karen
all that
Reed on
stuff.
this or at all? Or?
No.
Okay.
She might be next year. Who knows? She is single.
And she's hot. Yeah, I don't know, man. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
and you watch this show,
Oh yeah.
and you get into this show.
I'm like half on my phone, half into it.
You put your phone down when they're getting skins coming out.
No, just like when shit starts happening. There's some crazy people, and it's just fun to talk shit.
Are they all tan?
And analyze
Are they greased up, oily, sweaty looking all the time?
I mean, they are in Fiji. I would assume it's hot.
So they are sweaty looking all the time.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably not.
All right.
I was talking last night about how it sounds kind of like a prison sentence, like a really nice, fancy prison sentence, because you are just in the same.
Do they all
like?
do they sleep in group bedrooms?
Yeah. So like maybe like a 3,000 square foot like complex.
Yeah.
And you're just there.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
for 3 months.
Do they make them do stuff? Like, do they make them games and like talk to each other and stuff? Yeah, they're just in a pressure cooker.
Yeah.
And everyone's just banging.
No, not a lot of people bang, or at least not on camera that we know about, because they would show if they bang.
Because they want love, not banging.
Right.
They're literally there to date, to find a companion. They're not there for a sex island.
Not there for a sex island, but they're kind of there for a sex island.
But they're not.
Like, they like to tease the idea of you should explore your connections.
Which means have sex with that person.
But at the end of the day, to win the show, you need to be in a couple one-on-one.
Oh, there's a
And
prize.
that's it. Yeah, you win, and then you get another vacation.
Wait, how can there be a prize if there's multiple people constantly coming in?
Well, because, at the end, America votes for the person to win, and then they win.
But
And
there's
not
still
person,
a group
people,
of... So there's
couple.
just... So at the end of the show, there's like 5 losers.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
I mean, you can come in second.
That doesn't matter. You ain't first or last.
Yeah.
Another island vacation after their island prison.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Well, you enjoy that, man.
I will. It's a fun show.
Okay, I'm going to watch the NBA Finals, which start
That
here in
sounds
about...
worse.
Thunder could win tonight, man.
Is this it? Is this the last game?
Game 6, they're up 3-2. So technically... the
Thunder are up?
Thunder are up.
Oh,
it's in
shit.
Indiana.
Oh, shit.
So it could be a Game 7 situation, but we also could just win it tonight. You know, I got the shoes on,
I mean, out of
shirt on,
fuck, man.
gold chain.
Sounds like, out of all NBA Finals to watch, this sounds like a good one.
It's been excellent
Yeah.
from start to finish.
Game 7 possibility? That doesn't happen always.
I know, that's Sunday night. Game 7. You won't, you should go watch it.
Yeah?
We won't.
If it gets to a Game 7, I'll watch it.
Okay. I hope it doesn't, though. I just want him to win. It's kind of stressful.
But they're going back to OKC after this
For Game 7.
so-
Like, you could, I think if you interviewed OKC fans, I think they're all like me, gonna say just win it tonight.
Yeah.
You know, but I think secretly, deep down inside, especially the people who live in Oklahoma City, they'd be like, be kind of cool to win it on our home
Much
court.
better to win it in your city.
Yeah, but also just win.
Yeah.
You know, just win it.
I don't know. I feel like I remember watching a fucking Golden State win where they were in, like,
Yeah, it's
Portland. and
way different.
just like-
Yeah, the Heat won it in a different city too, and it's just not. There's like no one in the crowd. Everyone's mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah. All right, well, we're gonna get out of here. Follow or just stay tuned to social media. Okay, Blue Sky, Threads, X, all at Seth Can't Stop. That's where I'll post if we're doing a show next Thursday. Colby says we are, so if we believe this trustworthy man, we will.
I'm so trustworthy.
Yes, but if not, I'll also say that because he has to travel the next day. Yeah, we don't do that over here on Papa. That's too much work, but I appreciate you trying. It's nice of you. Try it. No, I haven't done any of that. It's too much work.
It don't matter.
Yeah. But anyway, that's it. Everything at SethandColby.com. Merch at SethandColby.com/merch. Use Amazon or use SethandColby.com/Amazon if you buy stuff online. That's really it. Okay. Thank you all for hanging out tonight. We appreciate you. Everyone who is here: Hoth, El Papa, Platino, Side Piece, Grimy. There's probably some more.
Yeah. They're in here. They know who they are.
I'm gonna feel bad when I forget people though, because they probably contributed. You know, Mari. I'm sorry, Mari, that I wouldn't let you talk about Karen, but it was too much fun to know that you're up there listening to Colby butcher it to let you fix
I
it.
got it kind of right.
He probably got all of it wrong,
I got it kind of right.
but I apologize. It was just too much fun to watch Colby and you squirm. So. But anyway, we're getting out of here. We'll see you all next week, maybe. And if not, we'll see you in July. Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye, everybody.
Next year.
Okay.
This is the Seth and Colby Show.
Whatever, man.
Whatever, man.